I love that the person who's like in the earliest time zone here is the most sleepy. Hi.
I slept 12 hours.
You did.
Yeah.
I wished you. I wished you good morning, and I didn't get a response back until.
No, I got up and then I like looked at videos on my phone. I was on fucking TikTok or whatever, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm comfortable. I'm gonna like close my eyes for a second," and it was not a second.
I did that too. I do that too.
I do that all the fucking time. I always hit the game room of like my back hurts. I'm gonna lay down and I'll feel better, and then I don't wake back. I don't get up.
I forgot to add sugar to my coffee. Oh well, I've sat down and
Go get coffee.
I already have coffee. I just didn't add sugar to it, but it's fine. We manage.
Would
Hi.
it be the world's biggest inconvenience if you just got sugar?
I really like how they fucked up spelling my name at the optometrist. I have to go there and be like, "Hello, I'm transgender. It's just Gabriel, not Gabrielle. Thank you."
Thank you. Try again.
Sure,
This-
sure.
this
I'll go
happens
get sugar really quick. I'll be right back.
Go
Okay.
get some fucking sugar.
Go get sugar.
The fucking model slowly sinking into the floor.
That was me last night when I was drunk. When I was getting drunk, I was
For
mad slumped
real.
in my chair.
You were dissolving actively in front of my eyes.
I have to
It
pull
was
up Ren's
kind of hilarious.
stream so I can
The
see
power of
chat.
Yowie with boost.
You can't just say that!
Wait, what is chat gonna say? Like, genuinely, should you be fucking surprised?
They have no
No.
power in this realm.
That's true, they don't.
Also, it wasn't even nothing crazy happened. We were just like sad the whole time about things that didn't happen yet in story.
Meanwhile, me just like vibing with it as I was slowly progressively getting drunker.
Like passing away.
I love that I made a sleep pose for myself for when I go off screen.
You
It
were
works
just
so well.
like descending into the ground. It was very sad and silly at the
Was
same
I descending
time.
over
Just,
time?
Yeah, you were like,
you were
kinda.
like bobbing up and down
Oh
slightly.
yeah, that's like a little breathing angle. Yes.
But like your head was completely folded over, like chin down to your chest, like oh she's gone. Goodbye. Her
Yes.
bones.
Yes. You don't fall asleep in a chair? None of y'all have ever fallen asleep in a chair?
Not
No.
like that. My head's usually tilted back.
That's true, that's true. Look, you of all people
Yeah?
know the way that I can fall asleep.
This is true. I still have pictures of you passed out on my couch with my cat nearly sitting on top of your face.
Oh, that's not what I'm referring to. Still, it
I
is
know,
adjacent,
but that's the first thing that comes to mind.
True, true. I am a vampire when it comes to sleeping, and I can sleep anywhere.
I need to get a new chair. I have one of those shitty gamer chairs. I've been.
I
And
can't-
you're never gonna believe this. You said those exact same words last night.
You just said those exact words last night. Like,
I don't remember. I don't fucking remember.
You were so fucked.
I
Wow.
don't understand. I'm looking at this fucking can of Smirnoff right now. It says 8%. I don't understand how I got so
I
fucked.
frankly don't fucking believe it.
I will love. I will send you a picture of this damn thing.
Amazing.
Like I'm looking at it right now. It says 8%.
This is the right save, I believe, right? Oh yeah,
It
yeah,
should
yeah,
be.
yeah.
It's
We
the
left-
only save you made.
It's the only save I can make. High roller mode only gives one save.
Exactly.
Right.
You get one.
So Morgan killed 4 guys and 1 NB, I believe.
Morgan killed 3 guys and 1 any
Right,
all
right.
pronoun. One
Uh,
guy we did, and also I guess there was a 4th, but that was
there
just
was there was
a
another
phase in passing.
there was a then she framed a guy. Next morning has been assigned to defend the guy that she has framed. Also, a 5th guy died. Don't know
cop
about that one.
died.
A cop
A cop
died. A
died.
cop did
Yeah.
die. A cop did die. Not sure about that one. And we talked to a child.
A
was
sassy
the head of
lost
the-
child.
The head of the Yakuza.
Head of a Yakuza branch. Yep.
And also there was another ladder and step ladders bit. Never
Look
forget.
right into it. Right into it, by the way. Just no waiting. Here, let's do this. Blend's comments of drinking and yaoi. Okay, then. That's a clip on my channel now, apparently. Hey there, boss. Of course I'm fine. What did you think was going to happen? Yeah, all good news. I've got quite the paycheck coming my way. Maybe bad news for you if you get a large crowd tonight. Yeah, tell Sarah to meet me at the police station address I'm about to send. I've got work for her to do. There'll be quite the paycheck indeed waiting for me, assuming I can win. But can I afford to accept it? Ugh. Oh boy. Were you really asking for advice again from her? Hey,
Here's the best advice you got.
were any of those jokes around the office about your clients being connected to organized crime true? I think it was me, right? Or is this Sam?
Yep,
Yeah.
this is you.
What? Is this some kind of honeypot? Trying to get a grasp on something? Now I know you're baiting me. World's easiest, that's what she said, layup. I'll still basket that shit, though I don't give a... Why do you make everything so hard? Come on. Like, come on, Freckles. Low-hanging fruit. I have no idea what you're talking about. Obviously. Why are you asking me about mafia shit, though? I'm working a case for the Icaria, whom I assume you've heard of. Definitely. Under circumstances that are probably vulgar. Absolutely. Which you'd be happy to brag about to me. Anytime. But I'm not well positioned to turn down the job outright. So I'd like to know whether they'll be resistant about parting ways afterwards. Why? You not like getting paid lots of money? I don't like being chained. Fair enough. So you're like, just asking for my advice? Your loss is incredible. I'm not going to attempt to parse that. Wait. Okay. This lady's like at least 50 or something, right?
She's
Yeah, no,
fucking born in Gen Z or something.
She was born in Gen Z. She was born in Gen Z.
I feel like she's a Gen Alpha, I think, was thrown out at one point or something.
Yeah, probably. I'm like, because it's 2086, so
Yeah,
she possibly was growing up at like in the 2030s, which would be, yep, okay then.
10-year-old loose in the late 2020s internet. Good God help her.
Good fucking God help her. No wonder she's like this. That
This
is
is what
such
we're
a
gonna be like,
fascinating
guys. You know
character.
that?
That is
I
such a
refuse to be like that.
that is such a fascinating character to have to write. Is like, okay, someone who was a kid in the age of the internet today, except now they're an old grizzled kind of lawyer. Like, that's terrifying. That is terrifying.
No, I would be like that. I grew up in the Wild West of the internet, specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard the things you say. Not going to
Newgrounds,
parse that.
baby!
I
Also,
doubt,
what the fuck you mean?
I doubt you ever could. My generation's sense of humor is practically impregnable. Oh my god. It was a very basic non sequitur, Auntie. It just wasn't funny. Not even. A non sequitur would be, what's the charge? That's just getting back on topic. The charge is homicide. 5 counts. Meh. You're probably fine. All the stuff you hear about mobsters being clingy with their lawyers. It's cause they don't want anyone who's been through their underwear drawers running around, telling tales. Whatever poor they pins multiple homicides on is obviously not anyone important. I don't think he was framed. Not by his own people. Crazy lines to write, Morgan. Nah, pandas and stuck with. Like a chore. Powerful people, mob or no. If they get lawyers, it's for tax evasion and conspiracy charges. Dirty work's left to the pawns. And the whole point of a pawn is... you don't have to think twice about trading them off. Alright. Guess I know the rumors are true then. Yep, you uncovered my cool fucking secret. Listen, actors, singers, celebs... they all like expensive things, being the center of attention. Mobsters have money to burn and want the cologne of legitimacy. Everyone wants what they can't have. Okay, chill out, Scott Fitzgerald. Great looking cat.
Great looking Gatsby ass!
Great looking Gatsby ass. I still pine for thee, motherfucker. What? All I'm saying is there's mutually beneficial arrangements to be made. Between the rich and famous, and the rich and infamous. So you bet your ass I was in those rooms, negotiating appearance fees, and taking my 30%. 30%? You really are shameless. That's what she said. Alright. Thanks as always for the sage counsel. Hey, if you're really feeling grateful, do me a solid and call your rents. They say they never hear from you. And I know you can't be that busy. If you're bored enough to talk to me, they're the ones who are busy. Damn.
Oof.
I'm like, how the fuck? What age did you grow up in?
Wait, depends on the time of day, question marks?
Getting ghosted by my adorable goddaughter? That...
SSR on the first pool.
Yeah, I was about to fucking say that. What that look was.
Oh god, gacha games would probably still exist into this time. Yeah,
Oh, they absolutely would. Are you fucking
They
kidding
do,
me?
and they exist in like a million times more predatory form than they exist now.
Probably. 5:04 p.m. August 14th. Obviously, I wasn't sure what would happen after I left that crime scene. I wasn't sure what I'd find walking in here to speak to my clients. But I definitely wouldn't have bet that the next time I saw this man alive, he'd actually look worse.
Ooh.
Sasuke. Did you not hear me? I said I'm your lawyer.
Oh my god.
And
Alright, who wants it?
Lynn, blinking my big eyes at you.
He does have his hair in a ponytail.
Don't call me out like that.
He has his hair in a ponytail is all I'm
What do you
saying.
think we do here? Look at him. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I heard you. Just not interested in wasting my breath responding.
I'm sorry, is there a misunderstanding here?
Not at all. I understand exactly what you are. You and all your fellow. Your companions staring at me very intently.
Sarah, blink. You're embarrassing me in front of the Yakuza.
Sarah, blink.
Sarah, what are you doing? Focusing.
You're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing me in front of the Yakuza.
It's a very dated word.
You'd really prefer I call you an orca?
I prefer you give up and leave.
What are you talking?
I'm sure they told you I've been softened up. That they'd broken me and I'd be ready to sign whatever you put in front of me. Sorry to disappoint you. But the Hound of Icaria doesn't heal.
Oh.
Sasuke, I'm gonna repeat myself plainly and slowly because you clearly have multiple head injuries. I am not a lawyer. I am your lawyer.
Uh,
He really is a blend character.
it's shut. Right, then. Very good. Thank you for coming. I
Okay.
apologize if I misspoke just now.
Hell yeah, look at that dapper fucking fit. Okay then. God damn.
Loving-
You free on Friday night.
Loving the fucking detailing on the jacket.
What was that game?
Damn. I
It-
said,
I-
are you free on Friday night?
Yeah, I heard my boyfriend.
Sorry, babe. You know I die.
Yeah, the
I
little
do.
the little design is really good. I'd misspeak too if I'd lost as much blood as you. Morgan, Esquire. I'll be representing you from here on out.
Sasuke. Of House Akaria.
Sarah, paralegal and bartender.
You're very young to have 2 jobs. Or 10 bars.
Well, it is only part-time.
Right.
So tell us, Sasuke of House Ikaria, what is your routine? You look very fit.
My... What? Are you asking about... Do you not have me on file? Sorry, which firm are you from? DDD? MPN?
Hi, Hook. I am in private practice.
You mean you're not...
A mob lawyer? No, but please don't hold it against me. Everyone has to start the path to corruption somewhere.
There are serious risks involved in representing a man with my background against charges like these.
I saw hookening in chat, and I was just about to chat about Reyes. What are we here for? What do you think I am?
I didn't want to ask in the middle of everything. I'm like, I want to be focused on the thing. I can alt tab this really quick.
You can
Hey.
fucking say something!
I know,
Your
I know.
members of staff are here to do their jobs,
Getting fucking,
and I'm also
Hi,
here in the
Hook.
office.
I hope you're
getting
well.
fucking torn apart. It's very sweet of you too.
They say I killed a cop, miss. I realize I may state at the moment, but I'm not fallen so low that I'd sully the house's name by dragging a civilian into it.
Makoto thought differently.
The young master? You've seen him. How is he? Where is he? Is he unharmed?
He was sitting pretty atop a literal throne, surrounded by armed guards last time I checked.
Thank you for that. Don't tell me anything, and I... If the young master has spoken on this matter, I won't go against his judgment. But I do hope you understand what you're getting into.
I'm already in it, Sasuke. How well I understand what I'm in is something I think you'd be able to help with.
Very well. What do you want to know?
So far, all I know about you is your first and last name.
It's a very important last name. But I take your meaning. And in truth, the first thing you should know is that I'm not worthy of it.
Why? You're disqualified due to pre-existing conditions?
I was born Sasuke Hayakawa, fourth son of a distant branch family. The only reason I bear the name of Ikaria is because I was adopted into the main house as an infant. In exchange for lifelong service to the main family.
Sounds like a great deal.
Well, how did you serve the Ikaria as an infant?
There are various tax benefits if you have exactly 2 children.
Don't be absurd. I am what you call a bodyguard. From the time I was able to walk, I was trained to be of service to the house by protecting their hair with my life.
From the time you were able to walk. There are a lot of demand for toddler bodyguards.
Oh, that's never been asked of me. That I stand in the right place at the right time.
You mean like in family photographs?
Like in front of a blade. Even a child can manage that.
Jesus.
The house has given me everything I've ever had, and taught me everything I've ever known. What meager service I can offer in return means nothing compared to the debt I owe them.
You view your relationship with your family as a transaction.
It's not something so cold, girl. It's a matter of loyalty.
Right. So, if you were standing before a judge and they asked your name and occupation, you would say, "My name is Sasuke Ikaria, and I'm an eternal servant for a living."
I would say my name is Sosuke Ikaria, and I work as a head of personal security for the Ikaria Financial Group.
Let's check you out. You are very tall. I think.
Holy
fuck! Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's like 6'3".
Let me fact check real quick.
You are pretty much 6'3", yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 6'3".
God, my fucking translation. And your birthday is right after mine. Whetstones, paperbacks, matcha, dislikes the opera, wasabi, insects.
Dude, he fucks with Alexandra Dumas! Motherfucker read the Count of Monte Cristo!
Default status, non-work related messages will be blocked.
Only business-related matters. Everything else will be blocked.
And yeah, you are
Yeah.
you are a cafe Americano kind of guy. That makes
This
sense.
guy's fucking awesome.
I don't usually point out these types of character design choices as a member of this group. Could we talk about how this sprite specifically, the like deep line on his chest, my man?
The fucking deep ass
Ooh.
V-neck.
No, my
No.
man's tit line.
Oh, the tit line.
I was about to say that you got
He got the tits
You got
out. Yeah.
you got big titties.
Sir, your pecs, marvelous.
Dude is an actual fucking tank. He's over
My lawyer has
200.
his bias,
He is
but
over
I'd say-
200.
Not say anything.
He's over 200 pounds. He is a fucking tank of a guy. Holy shit.
This man is tall and muscle, and he will kick your ass if he needs to.
I do not feel that these sprites represent his height accurately.
I think it's because he's hunched a bit.
Probably, yeah.
And what does that entail exactly?
I'm the young master's bodyguard, and I lead all of his security teams.
Nice to properly meet you.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, when he's not hunched over, you can really tell.
And I'm Farah, paralegal and bartender part-time.
Yes, I believe you already mentioned that.
Was that a fucking an I'm Yuffie type bit? Was that a goddamn an I'm Yuffie type bit?
They have.
Sorry.
It seemed like we were all doing it twice.
Well, thank you for your paralegal services, Sarah.
Her smile. And here I had the impression you had no sense of humor.
What do you mean?
It seems that in this particular instance, Adonai, it was you who misidentified his proper manners as being sarcastic.
Glad we've all broken the ice. There's so much autism in this room. Sarah's like the majority of it. Makoto told
She's
me.
stealing the autism from everybody else.
Yeah.
Makoto
Makoto told me that this all.
Autistic black hole.
God.
Autistic lightning rod.
Makoto told me that this all started because you were taken captive yesterday. What happened?
It was 2 o'clock p.m. The young master hadn't just finished a meeting with a VIP in Crane Tower. On floor 1 and 108.
2 p.m. He wasn't in school.
I'll ask that you refrain from mocking the young master in my presence.
Hmm.
He is a child. Anyone can see that. You've no idea the pressures that has been placed upon him.
Whatever my client wants.
As I was saying, it was just after 2 p.m. Me and the rest of my team escorted him to the elevators along our planned exit route. But our lift stopped suddenly, in between floors 60, 61, and 62. That's when I made a mistake. I had a bad feeling. I'd best to get Makoto into the ground floor ASAP. So I forced the elevator open, crawled out, and pulled him out after me. But just as he got out, the elevator started up again, separating us from the rest of the guard.
It was a trap.
50-51. Staying wasn't safe either. If they could stop the elevator, it's not a stretch to think they could drop it too. He just lost a coin flip when he decided to exit.
Yes, Sarah. It was a trap. Floors 60 through 70 were undergoing heavy retrofitting. The other elevators weren't responding. Comms were jammed. I'd reviewed the entire building's blueprints beforehand. Not very useful information, obviously, for a floor undergoing renovations. But I knew that there was a construction elevator we could get to, on the other side of the tower. I had to act fast. There was no time to doubt myself, and I did something unforgivable.
You left the kid.
I picked him up over my shoulder.
Oh, well, that sounds like fun.
House, forgive me. Everything the young master does for the sake of his name and his dignity, and I...
Kids are tougher than you think. I think he'll get over it. So you escorted him to the service elevator. I take it that's when things...
Yes. I'm sorry, but I only remember a few vague details about what happened next. But I'll tell you what little I can. After I activated the lift, 2 assailants emerged from under a trapped doorway at my 7 o'clock. One tall, one thin. Tall was around 190 centimeters, and his weight, I'd say 100 kilos with the mods. Thin was maybe 175 centimeters, but slouched. Modded as well. But what I saw looked stripped down. So he couldn't have been heavier than 70 kilos. They had needle guns, so to fire, and so to take effect. A memorable choice. Taliban shot first, jerked his arm, and when he pulled the trigger, a bad habit usually favored by street slinger punks, who are used to compensating for the kickback like of jailbroken zippers. Might as well have been aiming at the ceiling. Finn lines up his shot properly. Laser sight dialed in at the young master's trapezoid, left trapezoid. I shift into a horse rider stance and deflect the needle with my weapon. The lift doors open behind me. Just another shooter steps forward at my 3 o'clock. Or so I thought. But all they had was a laser pointer. Literally, a cheap trick. But it worked. I hear a click from 8 o'clock to my neck. Feel a weight punch into my deltoid. A dullish kind of pain for an instant. I realize I'm already going numb. And that's when I squeeze.
Squeeze?
He's talking about his mods.
That's how I always described it. I just say they flex, or pull, or hold. I squeeze. Akita Type 2 external thoracic booster. some burst in the strength and pain-killing capabilities. When short, it's a reflex enhancer. Make 1 second feel like 15 in hindsight. And makes it feel like you ran a marathon during those 15 seconds, once the kickback gets you. But I digress. I moved. Got Makoto into the elevator and wrenched the door shut myself. Taking 3 more needles to the back in the process. Remember saliva pooling on my lip, and then cold concrete and scratching my cheek.
Alright, Sasuke. So you were guarding Makoto. These men laid a trap, targeted him with tranks, failed, and they take you instead.
Yes. To my great shame.
You were outnumbered and ambushed, but you still managed to protect Makoto. What's there to be ashamed of?
That I didn't see it coming.
You're saying this has happened before?
Dozens of attempts happened in the past year. Some headed off in the early stages, some sidestepped entirely, and some stopped with force. I knew their tactics and I knew our vulnerabilities. Yet I still failed.
Sosuke, that is...
Not incorrect.
Adonai.
Am I wrong? Shouldn't the bodyguard get at least 1 shot off before being taken down?
Shot? What do you mean shot?
You were not carrying a firearm.
No. No one on the team has guns.
We're not surprised by this. We're not seeing this coming, that they're, fucking ready with swords. How's that?
None of us on the security team had firearms on with us.
But you're a gangster.
I'm a head of personal security for the Ikaria financial group. Walking onto an allied group's property armed under the teeth insults their hospitality and makes the house look insecure, or worse, impotent.
And I'm not a security expert, but I do think there's some gray area between arms to the teeth and empty-handed. I mean, didn't you just say you deflected their attack?
I was not defenseless just because I wasn't carrying a gun.
Oh,
I had my sword.
so lame.
So cool.
You walk around town with what? A samurai sword?
You just assumed that it's a katana?
Is it?
Yes.
You're just gonna assume that it's this? Well, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's besides the point.
That's besides the point. To signify my position within the house, and it shows that I'm acting as a representative of it.
Is it ceremonial, then?
No. It is quite sharp.
I can attest to that.
Though, it's probably in terrible condition by now. Seeing how the city's police manhandle everything else they touch.
Speaking of which, perhaps we should move on to the night's main events. They tried for Makoto, got you instead, and took you to the lower wards. Why?
I've been wondering that myself. Aren't you essentially worthless?
Sarah.
As a hostage, she means.
I know that.
Please be patient with me. I have autism hat.
The autistic sledgehammer, a potent weapon at all times.
And hammer, that's a fucking pile bunker, if anything. Thinking back, I was surprised myself to wake up. At all. Let alone in captivity. It seemed they had questions they wanted to ask me.
What do you remember?
Whatever they used on me. I can remember some things, but how much of it was real? What order it happened in? That's all.
Just say whatever comes to mind. It could be anything. Sights, smells, voices. There are no wrong answers.
Okay, the next thing you say could end your life. Be very careful.
I was bound. My wrists bound above my head. Tied to something. It smelled like iron. And rattled like old iron. Tiles beneath my feet. Some kind of bathroom. Or decontamination area.
Good guess.
They asked me questions. I said things. Loose lips. Like being drunk for the first time again. But I'm confident that other than vulgarities, it was all incoherent. Because they were shocks. The taste of blood. I must have bit my tongue during the spasms. And there were beatings, of course.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Adonai, do you need corrective lenses?
Sarcasm is just how I grieve a lost opportunity, Sarah.
Lost opportunity?
Yeah, it's a damn shame. From what I can see of it, a pretty face like yours would go a long way with the jury if it wasn't pulverized.
Ridiculous.
Is he blushing?
I agree about his face, Adonai, but I don't believe it is only his strong feet.
Let us move on.
Please stop complimenting me. I don't know how to handle that.
That feel-
Let's move on.
That feel when you are up for trial and your lawyer and her fucking paralegal are just like, yeah, you're kind of cute. Shame that you got beat up.
That feel when you're in detention from the cops and your lawyer and her paralegal call you a pretty boy.
Fantastic.
Really? Well, in that case, how did your captivity end? Do you recall escaping?
I was blindfolded the entire time, but my ears weren't boxed so bad. There was a door. It squeaked and whined, so I always knew that when someone was coming or going. One voice asked questions. Mostly, it was light. Another voice grunted when he hit me. Heavy. Another voice came in and went, and then eventually, it was talk. Through the door, I heard they're all talking to someone else.
Oh boy.
A new voice? Was it high-pitched or low, loud or soft?
It doesn't matter. What's important is that it belonged to someone new. Someone besides you and the dead who was there last night.
Did you make out any part of their conversation?
No, not a word. But there was a loud noise. Gunshots, followed by shouting and ugly sounds.
And then,
A hollow pain in my skull as I lost consciousness again. When I next came to, I had something in my hand. In my hand. Something sharp. I didn't even think to ask what it was or where it came from. I just started working at the bindings. Rushed and clumsy. Poked myself in the process.
did she... Morgan kept the knife.
No.
No, she put the knife in his hand and tucked the gun in his
Oh,
waistband.
okay. She put the knife in his hands, understood.
But I cut them loose. Then took the gag out. The blindfold was so tight I cut it rather than try and... The damn thing must have been acting as a bandage. Because when I took it off, between the light and the pain, I thought my head would split open. It took me a long time to stand up. Felt like I couldn't lie on the cold, disgusting floor forever if I just... But something was poking me. Something tucked into my waistband.
The gun.
A gun.
Huh.
Imagine my surprise. Check the safety, the chamber, reflexively. but only saw 2 spent slugs. I was too tired to be confused, so I walked out that squeaky door and into red. Just red. And then I was blinking at an IV, handcuffed to a stretcher in an ambulance. Some cop reading me my rights. Saying that I killed 5 people. No, wait. Some judge or official said that later. When I woke up in the ambulance, all they said was that I was a cop killer.
Huh.
Emitting some strong language.
I don't understand. You were held captive, interrogated, tortured, but then you woke up armed and were able to escape?
The cops didn't ask me any questions, and I wouldn't have answered if they had. It's been nearly a full day, and I'm just now saying it out loud for the first time. It truly sounds absurd.
This is your world, Sasuke, not mine. Do you have any theories on what happened?
Only 2 possibilities come to mind. In the first scenario, 1 or more of my captors wanted to kill me, but needed an excuse to do so. So they let me escape. They gave me a knife and an unloaded gun, and wait for me to stumble out so they could miss me and be done with it. But the plan doesn't work.
Hi, Beans.
Somehow, I limp out of that room and shoot, cut, stab, kill them all.
That would be quite the feat, given the condition you say you were in.
Yes, a tale for the ages.
But it's not possible.
Why isn't it possible?
Even if he had the motive and they were stupid enough to give him the opportunity, he was still lacking.
Bullets?
Yeah, he was still because 2 of the shots were spent.
Yeah, there's no bullet in that gun.
In the brief I read, 2 of the pod were shot to death. I'm sure you're highly qualified, Sasuke, but I doubt you can fire a gun without bullets.
No, I couldn't. I cannot. As I said, the gun I woke up with had already fired both shots. So it was a 4-shooter.
If we tell the police that the gun wasn't loaded, would that clear Sasuke's name for the 2 of the murders?
There's no proof the gun was already empty by the time he got his hands on it.
Sorry, I was eating.
All good.
She's right. That gun was some kind of jailbroken mag rail. The only residue it'd leave behind is static. So long as my prints are on it, that's all the evidence they need to claim I fired it.
How about that second possibility then?
The second possibility is that someone walked into that building, killed my captors, and tried to frame me for it.
That
Sounds like lunacy.
We've already eliminated the other possibility. Insane trumps impossible. Like it or not, this bad Samaritan theory is our best shot. What is it?
I'm just surprised you believe me. You haven't even asked if I did it.
I never ask. It helps that I can usually tell.
A wise policy. For the world you're setting foot into. Not as if it makes any difference here. Even I don't know if I'm guilty.
you were drugged and beaten. You're still injured even now. And we just reasoned that you couldn't have killed your captors without help. What makes you think you still might be guilty?
Because I've killed before.
Oh,
A pale spark flickers at the back of my mind. My index finger raises slightly. My lips part. Was I expecting this? Stepping into the criminal underworld? Looking forward to it? The rare opportunity to speak frankly with someone else who's... You mean...
Yes. I was in the military.
Sir.
Okay.
I've
Alright.
told lies. Many times.
That doesn't make you a murderer. Soldiers are given orders.
I've killed people. Whether or not a superior asked me to doesn't change that fact.
But soldiers...
Are you a soldier, Sarah?
No?
So drop it.
Hmm.
She is good at following orders. It can take years to acquire that skill.
I imagine it comes easy for androids.
Yes, I suppose that's... Wait, that's an android?
Did you miss the glowing barcode?
And ignore my self-introduction.
Look, I'm tired. I thought those were highlights or something.
Did my hair catch your eye? You have discerning taste. You see, each strand is actually...
Was there something you wanted to say, Sasuke?
That felt like a call out to everyone who played the game and thought the barcode was just hair highlights.
The highlights, yeah.
Yeah, because it's only at the end when they properly explain it. Or oh no, they explain multiple times what the barcodes are and everything.
No, they do. They do. They say that
They do explain it, but
androids
yeah.
have them.
Also,
There's
Sarah about to launch
several ways.
again and to be like, my hair is actually strands of. She did
my
that.
hair does photosynthesis. Did
My
you
hair
know
does
that?
photosynthesis.
Was there something you wanted to say, Sasuke?
I've
Beverage.
taken lives before. Yeah, no, that was my bowl.
Dinner.
Yeah.
Dinner.
And so I know how I feel afterwards. Then
That's a word. And how do you feel right now?
right now, I feel
What is it? You remember something?
yes. After I stepped out of that door, I said I saw red. But I do remember one other sensation. I remember the feeling of gripping my sword.
Huh.
That brief you read, it listed all the charges, all the causes of death. The fifth man, the cop they said I killed. How did he die?
That's a great question. How did the fifth man die?
Because the only possible reason, you know,
There she
Bring
is.
him back with a sword, skewered like a piece of goddamn meat. And you've got the balls to ask us to carry him to a hospital?
I don't think that's quite how I phrased the request.
If I've been paying close attention, would you like me to play back what you said?
Not right now, Sparky. Reyes, she's just doing her job. It's not like she's asking.
Oh, save the lecture, gray hair.
Great. Come on, my hair is done. It's graying, maybe.
Everyone just looking away.
In case I haven't made it clear, I've never liked you, Morgan.
Oh, you're breaking my... I hadn't noticed.
But I never took you for a mob lawyer.
Whatever my clients' associations might be.
He's a cop killer.
Innocent until proven guilty isn't a phrase I coined myself, detective. It's actually somewhat important.
Oh, don't worry about that. The proving won't take us long at all.
Do you always take pride in rushing your investigations? We've all seen the same intake file by now, yes? Fucking let me look at that goddamn Hell yeah, we got evidence. Sasuke
Oh my
Ikari-
god, his picture.
Yeah, Sasuke Ikaria was apprehended at the scene of the crime, placed in medical transport. Injuries noted at the time, blood from various sources across the anterior front of the body. Numerous bones in left hand broken as if from impacting a hard surface. Slight laceration found on left hand, internal bleeding throughout the skull, torso and skull, bruising and rope burns on both wrists as if bound. Numerous bruises on the interior front side of the body. Others blood across the tops of feet and pant legs. Largest wound found on the crown of the skull, back of the head, near the top. At time of booking, numerous additional injuries were noted, including bruise to left eye, busted lip, broken nose, boxed left ear, blunt trauma to anterior front right side of the head. When or where these additional injuries were sustained is not noted. My client was in
We
bad.
have profiles.
Yeah, I
Also,
was gonna look at it shortly. We can look at it now. Let's see how things have been updated. Duct tape, mascara, and oak. Those are three very different tastes. Parking lots. Finding new restaurants. None displayed as workstation. Wardrobe is more expensive than it looks. Yeah.
yeah, you were a designer.
Yeah. That fucking turtleneck is probably designer. Sneakers, volcanoes, the Paralympics, scalpers, hoarders, Anise. Okay. What do you got against Anise? Don't know. Conditioners,
Doesn't like
more
it.
important. Undefeated at volleyball. Okay.
Damn. Yeah, she looks it.
She would probably be very violently passionate about volleyball. Good Honeydew is amazing. You just have to find it. What was that, Gabe?
Nothing.
Just noises. Also, hi, my whole, everything just stuttered to a fucking crawl for 30 seconds there. Is everyone, am I okay? Do I sound
Yeah.
alright?
Yeah, we heard.
Okay,
No,
great.
that wasn't
That was
just
me too.
you, Em.
That
Oh,
was me
so
too.
it was something on Rin's end,
Did-
then, perhaps?
Oh, did
No, I think that was just the internet in
That
general.
might have been
'cause
Discord.
we good now?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
seems like we're stable. Yeah.
Okay. I
You
had
had
it
it
too.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I didn't-
So
Huh?
I think that was just an in general issue.
So the whole internet just exploded for 30 seconds. Good to know, good to
I
know.
don't see any.
That
drop-
doesn't sound concerning.
I see brief dropped frames, but I think that was from the beginning of stream, not just now. Potentially it was just now. I don't know. Did we miss anything besides me just going over the profiles? It seemed like we were
Not
fine.
really.
Okay.
No, I didn't miss anything.
It was
It
just weird for a
like,
second.
Really, yeah.
I didn't hear anything in voices, but okay. My client
Yeah,
was in.
like-
Go ahead.
right at the end of when you were reading the
Reyes.
intake file, you started skipping and stuttering, but I got the general gist, so we're fine.
Nomad switch, my god. My client was in bad shape when he was arrested, but his wounds were treated in the medical transports. Yet somehow, in between arriving at the station and his booking, all his wounds were reopened, and some of them had multiplied. Tell me if you can, great detective, how will we ever solve the mystery of the reappearing fractured skull?
Your client was being moved between floors. He struggled, trying to escape.
And then he fell down the stairs? Really? Was there a lawnmower waiting at the bottom? Look, we're all adults here.
And Sarah.
So
I am
let's
1 year old.
so let's just say it. Your coworkers kicked the shit out of him.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
I want you to uphold the law. For some reason, I thought you cared about that.
A police badge isn't a time machine. By the time we took custody, he was already.
She's right, Tiger. What's done is done. You know you got a snowball's chance in hell of proving your client was assaulted while in police custody. And you'll never get the charges brought against the officers who did it. So try asking for something doable.
Don't go giving away all my best tricks. The door in the face tactic is already fragile. I want him to see a doctor.
You've gotta be shitting me. That's a blooded KW in there with military grade mods. He's not leaving this building.
But we could have a doctor brought here.
And give him the chance to take a hostage.
He's not the 99 man, Reyes. He can't break his cuffs.
Don't say 99, man. You don't know what that is. You're too old.
I want to know what the fuck that is.
What the hell? What
A
is
hypothetical
that?
transhumanist condition of biotechnical superiority. The 99 man, or a 99 man, refers to a theoretical state of being in which a human has replaced as much of their body with cybernetic equivalents as possible, thereby becoming someone who is 99% machine and still technically a human. Term first appeared in the speculative fiction short story Carved Out of Marble by M.P. Smith, rose to prominence after the 2072 Paralympics, when middleweight track and field gold medalist Ayad Safwan quoted the story as inspiration after breaking the world record at the time for the 800 meters. Since then, the phrase has been both popularized as both a meme and a thought experiment, opening up discussions about transhumanism in sports, the business world, education, and beyond. The Cyberpunk 2077, some social media influencers, athletes, or tech evangelists have taken the 99 man as a challenge, modding themselves as much as possible with the explicit goal of approaching what they see as the current limit for transhumanism. Officially, the individual who has had the greatest percentage of their body mass replaced with artificial analogs is an anonymous male adult living in the Eastern Hemisphere who is suffering from a rare and terminal form of bone cancer before signing up for an experimental surgery offered through How Industries' Theseus initiative. That is a fucking thing to call it. How officially describes the patient as currently living a normal and productive life, though Theseus has never produced any consumer market products and has not published any additional research papers in the last 2 years, leading some to question whether results are at all replicable. Huh, interesting. We also just get these out of the way really quick. We know that, we know that, we know that. Yippee, hooray. I love that they added this, by the way, that they made the charms able to be brushed around by the mouse. Don't know what the fuck kind of coding magic that may have actually required, but it is very...
Boys.
I think I saw one of the programmers be like, it only took 40 hours of absolute hellish pain, but you too can now bounce Emma around like a blorbo on your phone.
Awesome.
God, just you don't know what that is. You're,
You're
too
too
old.
old.
Shut up.
How about a medic who can't be taken hostage?
Medical ad?
Sure, great. Let's see if we can't negotiate his premium lower while we're at it.
Is that a refusal, Detective Reyes?
Oh, I didn't say no, did I?
Great. He also needs a protective detail.
Lady, I swear to...
Counselor? Protective details are compromise of off-duty cops. I don't think that'll have the outcome you're looking for.
No. But if my client is left unattended one more night, he's likely to be declared unfit to stand trial. When he shows up to court, his head is caved in. An outcome I genuinely believe you're not looking for either.
We could keep him here.
What, in the interrogation room?
Yeah.
Counseling
Counseling
quarter?
quarter. Tables can't be moved, but if you slide the chairs out of the way, floor's actually not that hard.
How do you even know that?
Given what other lodgings he's had in the last 24 hours, I don't think your client will mind.
Old man, have you been sleeping on the floor?
Don't worry about it.
So if Detective Reyes and Detective London's take shift keeping watch,
Now we're keeping watch?
It is the homicide department's counseling quarter.
You think I give a shit what happens to that son of a bitch? You think I wouldn't walk in there myself and...
You wouldn't.
What?
It's not in your nature.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
You either have it or you don't.
Trust me, if I had the chance to take a swing at that son of a bitch...
Yeah, you already called him that. A piece of shit, a bastard, a killer. But unlike every other cop I walked past to get in here, you've yet to call Sasuke an animal.
So what? The hell does that matter?
It's the only thing that matters. I've got the outsider's perspective, so I know. Your average human can do anything to anyone, so long as they're not a person. Oh, the focus on Sarah there. Man.
Man.
Man. Oh.
Whatever. Think what you want, creep.
Well, so long as that's your only request, we should be able to...
I need to get into the crime scene as soon as possible.
You've gotta be. What, like tonight?
She's not rushing more than anyone else, Sunshine. Everyone up the line's been riding to go on this now that Sasuke's actually got a lawyer.
Maybe that son of a bitch hadn't clammed up all day. We wouldn't.
She said it again.
Whatever. Pick then, counselor. You can bully us into guard duty or escort duty, but we can't do both.
I need both. You'll have to split up. But I can help with that. Or rather, Sarah can.
I can.
Of course you can. You can go treat Sasuke.
Adonai, I am not trained in.
Oh, I love this bit. She's pretending she doesn't remember being registered as my medical aid.
Yes, I would never forget that unforgettable experience. But I've never done first aid before.
Well, watch the tutorial first. Use lots of sanitizer. Just hand her some bandages and she'll get Sasuke looking good as new in no time. Just like look up look up DIY on YubTub or whatever.
I don't know why I'm just thinking of like this goes horribly wrong and Sasuke just fucking does the Far Cry healing animations on himself. It's like, ah, fucking kids give me it. Just does it himself.
God. That or it's that bit from Brooklyn Nine-Nine where it's like trying to help him, but it's like, oh god, I can't look at that wound. I can't look at that. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Do you need me to walk you through it as I heal myself, as I treat myself? It's okay, it's okay. Take a breath, look off in the corner. Just hand her some bandages and she'll get Sasuke looking good as new in no time. And then you can plop her in front of the door and even 20 crooked cops working together couldn't get her to budge.
That much is certainly accurate. I have a strong core, so if I focus and lower my center of gravity...
Thanks for the sales pitch, but it doesn't mean shit. The crime scene is in the lower wards. If you think, after what happened last night, that any cop with a pulse would go down there without their partner...
It's okay, Sunshine. I'll take her down there.
Is everyone else in here huffing Nirvana? London, it's in blue blood territory.
Blue Blood territory. Outskirts? Really?
They lost a whole pod. They'll be swarming the place. You can't go down there without backup.
Backup, huh? You know Mac from Contraband?
Skinny guy, kind of a perv.
Yeah, he's skinny. Look, he's got crime scene analysis sweeps going on that place, with a fine comb right now. Drones, probes, the works. They'll have eyes on us before we even get within 5 minutes of the place.
Whatever. Just keep in contact for once. I hope you're being generously compensated, Eve. Selling your soul to the mob. Be a shame if you didn't at least get a good price. Hey, you common blinkers. Gotta find where they store all the medkits in this dusty old piece of...
Go on.
I'll be right behind you, detective.
Sorry about that. She's still new to all this, really. Not old like me.
She does seem to be on edge. More so than usual.
It's her first time losing a fellow officer. I think she's taking it pretty hard.
Maybe even personally. Did they know each other?
Right. You gather up all your things. I'll go bring us up a ride.
Great. Thanks for all the help, Detective. You're a lifesaver. Though this is one occasion where I wouldn't have had any trouble finding the place.
Well, it didn't take you that long to patch him up, huh? We just wait here. Night. That clock runs pretty slow.
If you're not doing anything else, Detective, might you be interested in answering some questions?
Canonical
Is
quiz
that
for the
actually
interview
is
to
that
happen, I
canonically
guess.
when the interview happens? That might canonically be when the
guess so.
interview happens.
Okay, gamers, shall you grant me like a minute or two so I can get water really fast?
Go get water really fast.
No,
I'm
just
good.
die of dehydration, actually.
No.
Yeah, go get some water, dude. Go get some water right the fuck now, or I'll kill you myself.
What the fuck is wrong with
My
you?
gosh. Schaefer has commanded that you get water.
I will kill you if you try to kill Gabe. Fuck you. I will be summoned like a
Well-
fucking Dark Souls spirit.
Tell your
I've known
boyfriend to
Ember
drink
like a
water,
million
then.
Need
What
to
do you
kind
want
of
from
progress
me?
that, but wanted to save really quick.
I will take this
Okay, I'll be back.
opportunity to go. I will take this opportunity to bring my bowl downstairs and get some water myself.
No worries, we got a minute. Be over here in the meantime. Like
Hi,
that Gabe
everyone.
Gabe has traded out one character for another.
Gabe has gone from weird little assistant girl to detective.
I'm
On the
pretty
scene.
sure Gabe will not complain getting to have some London food.
It's London time, baby.
It's London time, baby. And the good kinds.
Wow.
Wow. This is really cool so far, though. I also has the fun thing of being like, does he know? Does he know? Does Sasuke know? What does Sasuke know?
What does he know? Does he know anything? Just in general.
Belinda
Does he
Gabe
know?
Venture. Oh, it is so fucking warm in my room.
Turn your
Cold.
heat down.
It takes so long to do that. Easier to have it automated.
Fair enough.
Well, we're chilling here for a minute anyways.
We sure are. Good to see Reyes again, even if it was just for the one scene so far.
You also got a classic Reyes entering line of just coming in immediately swinging.
Reyes coming in, kicking and screaming like it's her goddamn job, and we appreciate her for that.
Gal just comes in immediately ready to eat up the room.
It makes it easier to find her voice at the very least.
Yeah,
just kinda have to
you got
hit
there.
that.
You got there very fucking easily.
Like, it's truly trial by fire with her. She pops up on screen and I have half a second to figure out where her voice is, and then it's go time. There
Yep.
is no time to warm up that one.
Thankfully, you come in pretty hot, pretty easily with her.
I just have to yell and get aggressive about it.
Uh-huh.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was very fun.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome
back.
Welcome back.
Sorry.
Welcome back. Don't apologize. Oh no, how dare you join in with me in having fun and being silly. How dare you?
I was just fucking doing like baby blabbering of the fucking along with the music.
hey, I do baby blabbering along with the music all the fucking time.
Mhm.
Girl, there ain't nothing to be ashamed of in that.
Man, the fact that we get to do 2 voiceover playthroughs in a week is insane to be back on this space.
We should probably ask the other 2 for Limbus if they're good for this week.
I already pinged. It was like, hey, we're good, right? Grant said Gabe
Did
was
you
the
get
only
a
one
response?
that... Gabe responded. Blinn
Yeah,
didn't say no, so I know Blinn's available.
I am available. The other 2 is the question mark.
Yeah.
But there has been an incident recently with them and with their living situation. Or
Man.
not living situation, but their house right now is currently out without internet.
Oh.
It should be back up
Yeah, that should be...
Monday.
Yeah, that should be back up in time. I'll direct ping them, Grant said, but... Okay, being without internet is... Look, I thought it would be worse or whatever.
Yeah.
That was the longest getting of a drink of water possible. God, I love the visuals of this game so much. This is such a good fucking video game.
And the fucking visuals in this is phenomenal. I love it.
I'm just like, each episode just pushes us far closer than I would typically like to the edge of where things possibly go wrong. Then I'm like, how are we? We are getting closer and closer, and we still have 3 episodes to go. I'm like, god damn, we are stacking the pile high here of where this fucking narrative can go before it all comes toppling down. We're trying to see where the background animation loops. Also, do I not have silly mode disabled? That should be disabled.
Nope.
Why is silly mode?
You left it on.
Well, that's a low poly only thing.
Hey, can I get a refund then?
I have a specific moment to do so let me go ahead and fucking go do that, I guess. Welcome back.
Hi, welcome back.
I mean, technically, the mods can as well, but I have to go fucking... God, where the hell do I do this again? God damn it.
Don't worry about it, genuinely. I said it as a joke.
Missing a redeem? Well, technically, that should be automated and I shouldn't have to worry about it, but...
Me looking at my fucking points for Rin's channel.
Yeah, a lot of you have a lot of points, okay?
Oh no, how will I ever live with only 20,000 points instead of the 21 I had before I did that? Oh no!
Oh no! How dare!
Oh no!
I have 200,000.
But I know you have more. You're on more streams than I am.
I have 112.
Shaper at least. Yeah, Shaper.
Observe my technique.
Shaper uses the points at least. Shaper very much uses the points actively, frequently, constantly. Okay, we're back in. We're back in it.
Still no kitchen sink model in that emote, by the way.
Find a kitchen sink model at some point. Right. Well, Gabe loses
back
the autistic daughter, but I
years
think
ago.
the trade is okay.
What am I doing?
You lose the autistic daughter, but I think you're okay with this trade.
What am I losing?
You don't get to voice.
Sarah's not in the scene.
accompanying with us, but instead we
Oh,
have London
yeah.
food.
Sorry.
There's just a lot of good men in this episode for Gabe.
Men enjoyers really fucking feasting this episode as we expected.
Oh yeah, fucking. I'm loving all the Yakuza.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Once
yeah.
more into the depths. I went down to the lower wards last night. I knew what I wanted to find, but I wasn't sure where to look. Now I know where to look, but I have multiple priorities to consider. It'd be nice if I can prove Sasuke's innocence. It won't be easy, given that they think he killed a cop. But it'd keep me on the Ikaria's good side. That'd be nice. But what is essential is that I figure out what the hell happens after I left. And whether anyone found any trace that I was ever there. Morgan, there's like one really glaring spot that you kind of missed. You had a big fucking glaring spot that I think you forgot about, which is the goddamn kid. Like, holy shit, I don't know how you let that pass up. I do not.
Oh, true, yeah.
Yeah, they had
Killed
a
him
fucking spotter.
style.
I doubt that she went and killed the kid, but like, she completely left that. Everything else is secondary.
Sorry, I guess I should have asked before I decided we'd be sharing a cab.
I don't mind. But I am surprised. Did budget cuts take away your shiny patrol car?
Patrol cars are shared. Sorry, I forgot how to speak English. Patrol cars are shared, counselor. Any cop can step into another cop's car, sync their credentials, and drive.
Convenient. Shame you can't personalize.
Yeah, no more dice in the mirror.
Is that why we're in a cab then? Personal taste?
Police cars are full of bugs. Thought you might appreciate the privacy.
Auto cabs are full of bugs too.
True, but there are ways around them.
Are there? I didn't know that.
Yeah, plenty. Can be as easy as flashing a police badge.
The way that was a fucking light bulb going on in her head. Something you wanted to discuss in private, Detective?
I was asked to get into contact with you and pass along a message.
A secret admirer?
Certain interested parties and all that. You know how it is.
I'm not sure I do. Does this have something to do with my client's business affiliations?
It would be a lot more blustering if I was to repeat it verbatim, so I'll paraphrase. Focused on getting the best outcome for your client.
More of a reminder of what my job description is than a warning.
And don't broaden the scope of your investigation any more than strictly necessary.
Well, I always appreciate kind words of advice. But Detective in London, that almost makes it sound like you're on the take.
That's this city, Tiger. If you don't take a little, they'll bury you. Alive, if need be.
Oh, they will. How conspiratorial.
That's not a joke, Morgan.
Do they threaten your wife with Tommy guns if you don't comply?
It's gotten more sophisticated than that. Well, maybe sophisticated isn't the right word. Complicated might be more accurate. Or you could just call it a quagmire. Or even a shitstorm. If you can't get along to go along, even other cops won't trust you. You'll end up shot in the back, friendly fire. A tragic newspaper clipping.
You're exaggerating. You're telling me that the entire police force is corrupt.
Corruption would be one thing. You could, in theory, root it out. But above and below the canopy, it's all intertwined. Every tree stabilizing every other tree. What do they call it that? Not parasitism.
Commensalism?
Commensalism. There you go. The state pays criminal informants to rat on their peers and gives them their positions in exchange. Workers by judges and politicians to keep their men out of prison. Status quo, balancing act. The cycle. Stable as any gyroscope.
Forgive me if I find that hard to believe. Crime is at an all-time low.
That's not a contradiction. People hate crime. But what gets people killed is chaos. And the opposite of organized crime is...
So everyone's playing nice with each other. Even Detective Reyes.
She's...
What about the man they think my client killed? Did he play nice?
He was a special case. You got the brief. You recognize his last name?
It's a big city. I don't put much stock into last names.
You'll need to break that habit if you continue to work in the underworld.
Sasuke said something similar.
Tariq Chopin, the only son of Miguel and Dominic Chopin.
We saw that name in one of the articles. Interesting. Bachelor of Science in Applied Philosophy, awarded Senatorial Commendation of Bravery, posthumous. Right, we saw that in one of the articles.
Survived by father's city councilman?
As in, like, city councilman, Dominic Chopin. I believe both of them are city councilmen, essentially, that's what that means.
Yes, but that's more me saying, hey, his dads are both on the city council.
Yeah.
No wonder this is going to be a shitstorm.
No wonder, and I believe that was mentioned, probably in the, ballots, right? I believe that, yeah, funding of Atlas
sponsored
Pillar
by
rejuvenation
Chopin.
projects, yeah.
Sponsored by Chopin.
Yeah, to Chopin, yep, understood.
Gay rights, by the way.
What?
Gay rights! 2 men!
Okay.
Fuck off!
I just assumed that it was like brothers or something, but sure, gay rights.
Whatever.
Oh wait, only son.
Survived by
Wait,
his
wait.
Only
fathers!
son!
Yeah, I had.
Only son and survived by fathers.
I did not.
Plural.
You know, I did not.
Pretty.
I did not process the. I did not process the plural use. Look, I had a down moment. Hell yeah, gay rights.
Straight wash those 2 dads.
No, I have a fun thing where like I'm so used to seeing typos here and there in any piece of work that I just automatically like will blurt out things I see as typos, and now I'm just like there wouldn't be fathers here. No piece of media does that. I forgot that this piece of media is cool. Cool
We
like
had
that.
a character with any all pronouns earlier. Where do you think you are?
I know.
We
I
had
know.
an
I know.
entire dialogue from a character in the last episode. It was like, yeah, no, people can just change their gender however, but I like having a trans flag because it means something to me.
Yeah. Only. Yeah.
Ready?
Okay. Look. It is almost midnight. Okay. It is almost midnight. Give me a break. I had a silly moment. Hell yeah, gay rights. Power couple. Hell yeah, gay rights. Why would the son of 2 of our city's most prominent council members be working as a police officer?
Want the full story?
Always. So who was this Chopin, really?
An idealist.
Long line of work, then.
You're only half right. When he entered the academy, everyone assumed it was a political move. First step in his career to becoming a senator or whatever. Maybe it was, but anyone who met the guy could tell you he would have made a lousy politician.
You're saying he was honest?
I wouldn't tell a lie if his life depended on it. Guy couldn't do small talk, much less make friends. Talking about cleaning up the city, cleaning up the police, cleaning up, everything.
If he was so unpopular, why was he kept on?
No one on the force wanted to risk insulting his parents by firing him. Just got passed around from department to department, detail to detail. He did a lot of community outreach.
Community outreach? What, like bake sales?
Like giving talks at schools about saying no to drugs until you turn 21.
No to drugs until you turn 21.
Well, yeah, they're legalized.
Kids.
Yeah.
Drugs are legalized.
Oof. Must have really loved his job to put up with that.
Or he just wanted to prove a point that bad.
Don't you try to save lower rewards patrols for the more seasoned, better armed officers?
We do, yeah. How do you know that?
By going to the lower wards and looking at the cops you send there, of course. I read about it in Watch magazine last month.
Oh,
If Chopin was the son of such powerful men, why did he end up in the lower wards last night?
I don't know.
You don't know.
By all accounts, he and his partner should have been at least 2 patrols removed from the area. Must have been following up on some other lead.
His partner, who's that?
The hero who finally arrested the Hound of Ikaria. That's who.
I'll have to send him a congratulatory fruit basket.
Huey Rogers. Pretty bare bones record, but maybe that'll just add to his legend.
What legend?
Taking your client alive. Whacked him on the head with a sidearm, knocked him out cold.
Guess it is a small miracle that Sasuke wasn't just shot dead if they thought he killed a cop.
He's Sunday's playing hero will be mine. Fuck yes, sorry.
What?
Sunday's playing a really good Yuri VN. Continue.
This is your line.
This is your line.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, maybe, but it wasn't pure luck. Only thing that did stick out to me in Roger's record was his shooting score. 41.
Out of...
100. You need 40 to pass. I think somebody took pity on him when tallying up his score.
So he only whacked Sasuke on the head because he was too bad of a shot to avenge his partner. At least Rogers knows his weaknesses. I keep hearing that name, the Hound of Ikaria. I cringe every time. No one actually calls him that, right?
Sorry, but I've definitely heard that name circulating around organized crime before.
Must be one hell of a bodyguard to have earned a nickname for it.
Oh my god. Sorry, my fucking Discord screen froze.
It's okay.
He's a bodyguard? Then, yeah, must have been pretty good. Of course, hound dogs are known for other things besides guarding. Sorry, that was, crude.
Don't be sorry. I don't even get enough of the joke to be offended. Okay. Okay, that all makes for some interesting food for thought. But, Detective London, if you are working for the Blue Bloods...
I never said I work for the Blue Bloods. It's more of a gig worker type thing, Tiger. I'm friends with everybody.
If you are working for the mob in general, then how do I know you're even taking me to the right place and not to?
Whoa. I may pass a message along here and there, but I'm not... Damn. Hell, no one else is either. Whatever you're imagining, it's not that exciting, I promise.
Not that exciting. Sounds about right. Is it like this in every city? Handshakes and gentlemen's agreements behind closed doors?
Sorry, I'm tired. You disillusioned?
The state has a great deal of power, Detective London. It makes countless rules. Now, I'm a big girl. I know that those rules don't apply to people equally. And I understand that the value of criminal informants and the possible conflicts of interest that arise in trying to keep them around. What I don't get is why the state has all this strength, and it won't use it to just wipe out the underworld off the map.
That's pretty cold logic.
I'd expect my state to be far colder.
Hey, you ever heard this one? A politician, a CEO, and a mob boss are sitting at a round table with a gun in the middle. Who are you betting on?
Absolutely, yeah. A CEO looks at a loaded gun and sees the bullets in the clip as inventory that needs moving. Plus, they're used to taking a job and setting up their golden parachute before anything else. I doubt they'd walk into that room without first planning how they're getting out of it.
Fair enough. CEOs only get the job in the first place by convincing their board they can navigate high stakes. But it's a trick question, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Rock, paper, scissors has no trump card. The politician can bring the heavy arm of the law down on the mob boss if he doesn't shoot the CEO for him. The mob boss can have the CEO's family killed if he doesn't blow away the politicians first. And the CEO can turbocharge the campaign of whomever the politician's opponent is if he refuses to miss the mob boss.
Yeah, seems like you could make the argument to go in the other direction, too.
Good. So the point of the riddle is meant to teach us this. Whoever convinces someone else to pull the trigger comes out on top.
Funny. So in the parable you've set up, the gun on the table, that's the police? A blameless tool with no will of its own?
Yeah. Though it was older men than I who set it up.
Didn't realize this country's police were so powerless. However do you manage?
We used to have a partner that helped us out. Tiebreaker. Because all three of those powerful men would be screwed if a journalist told the world they were meeting together.
I've got good news for you, Detective. Journalists still exist. I could introduce you to one. You could even take a photograph.
Oh, I know they're not extinct. People will always write. It's just that no one wants to pay them to. Sorry, didn't mean to talk so much. Maybe it's nerves coming back down here.
What happened the last time you visited?
Something up? Didn't put you to sleep, did I?
No. Actually, your 3-seat table reminded me of an even older thought experiment. If God is omnipotent, why does he allow the existence of the devil? Name drop? Incidentally, because it's very easy to.
Even I know that one. To preserve free will or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's the answer most people give. But now I'm wondering if it isn't a rock, paper, scissors deadlock, like the one you just described. God lets the devil be, so it'll terrify man, and man will always need God's warm protection.
And God needs man's faith, which can't be compelled. Of course, most people would also say that God's long dead in the 21st century, but we're still around. So that leaves the devil in an awfully strong position, doesn't it?
You always picture 3 men in that room, don't you?
What? Yeah, I guess I do. Sorry.
Do 55 feminist rosaries for your penance. Okay.
I'm sorry, women.
Can we talk about the way that London was already a cool character? Holy fucking shit. My interest in him just
This was a very needed moment
Oh
for
my
him.
god, that was such a cool London scene. I'm like, you are a criminal informant. Okay then, fucking hell yeah. Sure, let's do this. Oh, that was brilliant. That was
really cool.
That was really cool. That was such a good conversation. Oh my gosh, this goddamn team is amazing. Also,
Oh, yeah.
just ending that bit on, wow, are you a misogynist, London? It's like, oh my fucking god.
London, do you have anything you want to say to women?
I'm sorry, women.
God, that was, oh fucking hell. Like, the moment that he flashed the badge and started with that line of informing the message, I'm like, hello? Holy fucking hell, what the hell is your deal? God damn. So cool. So cool. The rewards.
Destroy the child.
Here we are at crime scene.
Detective London.
Sorry. Animal attacking me.
How dare you?
Hmm?
You're fine.
We're definitely not alone down here. But when you reassured your partner that we'd have company, I didn't think you were including blue bloods.
Ah. You know, I knew I'd forgotten to mention.
Let us see the full fucking character design before. Okay.
Women!
Holy fucking shit!
Ooh.
God damn!
Okay then.
There are women in this game.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay, well, who would like to voice this one?
Holy fuck.
Oh
my god.
I mean, you know me, I will always take a voice if no one else wants one, but I always feel like every time a hot woman appears on screen, I have to give Rin 5 seconds to claim it.
We also, well, see, we also have to consider, we do have to play the careful game of how many people are likely to show up in trial.
Do you think she's likely to be in trial?
Non-zero chance.
It's never a zero chance for ever anyone shown, but we have a lot of characters being shown at this point. Fuck. Oh my god. Em, you're welcome too if you would like. But
What? Well, then she's a liar, babe. Because I never said that. No, I never said that. Oh, come on, babe. That's what she's like. She lies for fun. Because that's what I call you, babe. It's a pet name. You like it. No, don't hang up. Don't hang up, baby. Don't hang up. Of course I do.
We gotta get to work, hon.
I'll have to call you back, babe. Something just came up.
this is a lot of gender. There's a lot of gender here. My goodness. Holy shit.
God! Jesus! Sorry.
London, what is this?
London, who is this?
Counselor Morgan, this is Adelaide Hahn. She is, well, she's a blue blood.
Hey, I'm a perfectly legitimate career woman.
That is such a character design.
Dude, no bra, by the way. Whole
No bra,
titties
by the
out.
way, yeah.
Fucking loose tie.
The loose fucking
job.
tie. My gosh.
Fucking most gorgeous fucking hairstyle. Jesus! Hello.
Goddamn, eating it up. I think I need to actually send this design to my friend Talia really quick. This is the second time that I have sent her a design from this goddamn video game. Okay, there we go.
What a woman. You're speaking to a Sinus security site manager. If you need anything else, miss, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Adelaide Hahn's business card, listing her as a site manager at Sinus Security, a known front for the Blue Bloods criminal organization. Includes her personal contact number on top of her work details for some reason. I was like, is this flirting? And now, yeah, this is flirting.
God damn.
That's evidence, by the way. That is evidence, by the way. A real business card. It even has a watermark. I am not familiar with Cyanus.
We're a private security and investigating firm. We provide bouncers, armed escorts, we catch cheating partners, find runaway debtors, run paternity tests, that kind of stuff.
Cyanus Security is a trusted partner in your business ventures, offering a suite of private security services, including but not limited to bodyguards, convoys, bouncers, private investigators, paternity tests, family history research, and shipping insurance. Answer a few questions about your needs in our portal below, and we'll get you set up with the peace of mind you've been searching for. Your browser may prompt you with a security pop-up when interacting with some of the features on our site. You can safely disregard these messages as they are related to a legal matter that has already been settled out of court. We apologize for the disruption to your site experience. Please disregard the security warning that'll pop up. You don't need to worry about it.
We'd promise that's been settled out of court, and you don't have to worry about it, babe. It's fine.
God.
Sorry, but have we met somewhere? No, can't be. I'd never forget a beauty like you.
Oh my god. She's the Hound's lawyer, hon.
Seriously? She worked for those copper-headed scumbags? So we're mortal enemies? That sucks. Another life then, eh? But I'll still play nice if you will.
God. Flirting out the gate to me like, fuck, you're his lawyer? God damn it. Tall ass woman. Site manager. Likes new furniture, silk clothes, dimples. Like dislikes clingy types, jealous types, needles. Plays pickup games, laundry day. Throwing out dead flowers. Uh-huh.
Least favorite chore. Hate doing it.
Fucking character design. Holy shit. Episode 1 was all us being like, oh, these are really neat character designs. I love this a lot. With some banger, like, they were all good character designs. This chapter, meanwhile, though, is just like, holy shit, we're all hollering.
There's no escape.
Bug just draws pretty as fuck characters, I guess. Right. So you're private security, and you're currently securing this crime scene?
Yeah? What's with the tone?
What you're hearing is genuine bewilderment. London, why are the police letting blue buds contaminate the crime scene where a cop died?
Come on. We don't have cooties.
If this wasn't the location where a cop died, we've already turned full control over to them.
What?
The police contract out the security around crime scenes to private companies all the time. And around here, the private company best suited for the job happened to be Cyanus. Letting them conduct their own side investigation is a small concession to keep the peace.
A small concession. They're probably in there destroying evidence as we speak.
We have the arcs to preserve the crime scene. They could burn the building down and we still have a pristine copy.
London Bridges is trying to save face. The police couldn't keep this crime scene off limits without our help, and he knows it. Gremlins would be smashing their tiny cameras and popping their expensive tires round the clock if we weren't here. Lower ward kids take out drones by tossing shoes at them for fun.
Is that why you see shoes hanging off of wires?
No, I don't know why that happens.
God! Ain't that some shit?
Even in 2086, yeah, that happens. There's so many wires every place. Yeah, that still happens. That happens even more frequently, probably.
It's just a thing teens always have done for fun.
Mystery solved? Fine. Maybe the cops and the blue bloods are all consummate professionals who never even bicker. But what kind of impartiality can I expect coming here to defend an Icaria?
Well, you might get some ugly looks from those with less chivalry, but no one's gonna get in your way. We know how defense attorneys operate. We know damn well how you usually win. No one's gonna do anything that let you worm the Hound out of his life sentence on a technicality.
You're sure you wouldn't prefer that? To have him back out in the streets so you can take another shot at him?
Oh, so flattery. That's how you flirt.
Yeah, I'm glad you took this one. Otherwise, I'd just be
Flirting with yourself.
Yes, exactly. What does that mean?
You think we'd ever manage to gun down the Hound of Icaria in the street? Shank him in a holding cell?
However, there is a potential other thing that can happen, which would be very funny if this woman ends up in trial. Her flirting with Emma.
Well,
Blue Bloods took him alive just fine the other day, didn't they?
yeah, and look what happened to them afterwards.
So you won't tamper with the crime scene just because you want to make sure the state lobotomizes Sasuke for pentuple homicide.
Yeah.
This fucking face.
Her expressions!
I mean, we also literally get paid good money to do these kinds of jobs, so we have a reputation to maintain. Rate us 5 stars when you're done looking around, okay?
I'll be sure to leave a glowing review. So this is the main entrance. Front door looks about as heavy as I remember, but it's unlocked. Not only unlocked, wasn't there there was some sort of device on the wall, if I remember correctly, as well.
Done.
How was this door found?
Chopin and Rogers were the first officers on the scene, responding to gunfire.
Someone heard that. Good thing I cleaned up fast.
Check the area, then enter through the front door.
The door was definitely locked when I arrived, but I didn't lock it behind me when I left. I didn't have any keys.
Admiring our handiwork. This is a sinus installation.
Who else would Blue Bloods trust to secure Blue Blood buildings? How does it lock?
You never used a key before?
I want to know how the lock functions. Does it lock behind you automatically?
That's a good question. You looking to buy? 'Cause I could set you up.
It is a good question, hon. Why don't you answer it?
Hey, yeah, this model locks behind you by default. You need a key to get it in if someone doesn't unlock it for you from inside.
A physical key?
Physical keys can't be hacked. Or overridden by a police badge. Some people consider those useful features.
Is that why the door's ajar? It looks like the lock's been destroyed. Was it found like this?
Yeah, for as long as the arcs have been up.
Intriguing. Trey definitely had to unlock it to let me inside. I'm thinking to see if it had locked behind me after I left. I'm really vibing with this. This is so cool.
I really like the red text as like
Right, the red text, because like,
journal.
that's not stuff that's going to be shared at all.
That's like Morgan information that nobody else knows, but Morgan knows, but can't really like verbally say.
There's no way she can verbally say it, because yeah, there's like,
no.
hell,
That's
she's
fine to say.
she's already said some things that if anyone was to actually listen closely would be like, how did you know? Like, yeah, there's a lot of things.
Yeah, for as long as the arcs have been up. It definitely wasn't locked when me and Reyes arrived, which was around 10:20 p.m.
Hang on, you and Reyes, what, were you the second officers on scene?
That's right. We weren't far when the 999 went out at 10:15.
Jargon, emergency response code most often used to relay officer down, I see. Utilize municipal systems.
Officer down!
Standard issue suite of biomonitors allow for this code to be sent out across emergency networks automatically when cardiac activity is disrupted or blood pressure changes rapidly. Due to the non-negligible chance that moderate exercise could be misinterpreted by biomonitors, leading to false alarms, some departments make it a policy to avoid enabling the automatic alert function. Uh-huh. Long way from precinct 254, isn't it?
We were in the area.
Awkward. You want the tour then?
Actually, I'd like to check out the alley first.
You know the crime scene's on the 3rd floor, right?
Yeah, but it has a window that opens to the alley, doesn't it? I just prefer to start from the bottom and work my way up sometimes.
Sure, we can start there. Just be careful where you step if you like those boots at all. Hey Morgan, that's another one of those things where if anyone thinks too hard about what you just said, they'll be like, how did you know that the crime scene...
What do you mean?
Like, no one told her prior to her saying, hey, there's a window that goes over the alley, right? How would she know that?
I imagine she can probably see the window from here, but also, yeah, I do understand what you mean.
Can she see in the window and see that the crime scene is in that room?
Right, right. Yeah.
Probably just because it leads into the building in general.
Probably, yeah. It was much darker last night than it is now. No, you bring up a good point. I only took a quick peek. We'll see how Emma handles it in trial, because that's when we're really going to be like, okay, you have to watch your wording very particularly. Handling the heartbreak thing with Carlos was one thing, because that was with Reyes, and also you cleaned up that scene pretty well and no one really saw you. This is a whole other issue. But even
Cleaned
so...
up. She literally destroyed the scene in her frustration with
Yeah.
one minor problem.
An extremely minor issue. But even so, this...
Looks like it's been moved, huh?
Yes. Was trash picked up last night, perhaps?
Checking the model number on the side. Looks like dumpsters of this make haven't been picked up by the city in a decade.
I didn't realize there was DRM on trash cans.
Hey, it's a heavy model, tough to lift even if its wheels aren't broken. And designed for containing industrial waste. How it ended up here in a residential district is...
Isn't that hard to puzzle out, is it? It was cheaper for the Megs to dump their shit on us than it was to haul it to a landfill.
Is that why I can see markings in the ground there? From leaks.
Oh, you really are a tourist, aren't you?
I've been in the lower wards before.
But only at night, right? Rain's dirty down here. Stains the ground whenever it falls.
Acid rain. Like from the history books?
Not quite that bad. Just smog combined with precipitation, combined with the charms of the city to make...
Dirty rain, like I said. Lower ward spring water. There's a shot named after it. Tequila and pickle juice.
Ugh. Oh, no. Oh my god. So is the dumpster empty?
Let's see.
Hey, grab a glove if you're gonna...
Yeah, it's mostly empty, except for a bunch of scrap metal at the bottom. Explains why I couldn't get it to budge.
Careful. If you get your toe trapped under there, don't look at me to help just because I'm modded.
Are you saying you couldn't budge it either?
I could if a girl was cheering me on.
She's
Lesbian.
awesome. She's awesome.
Lesbian. She likes women.
She's awesome.
Yep.
She knows what she wants.
She knows what she wants. Okay, London. Thanks. Don't know what I was expecting to find, really.
Now, just watch it so you don't...
Ow!
Ow!
Let the lid slam.
Sorry.
That's evidence. Interesting.
Check it in the evidence log.
Check it shortly.
Datapad.
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 Gonna do the datapad last. Right, really quick. Incredibly heavy, it still shows signs of having been moved recently. Very unpleasant sound is uncovered by Detective London's thorough investigating. A very unpleasant sound. Huh.
Dude, the stains under it.
I assumed that was from it being moved, right? Like,
Theoretically.
I assumed that those were drag marks because it shows signs of having been moved recently.
Again, you need like hella mods, allegedly.
Yeah. Hella mods and potentially a girl cheering you on.
True!
This fire escape would lead right up to the crime. Yeah. See, there you can see the window, but still, like, it'd be like, okay, have to know what the layout of the third room is. Assuming it doesn't come crashing down once you step onto it.
It's missing the ladder, though, connected to the street level. You're violating fire code with this stent, Mr. Pound.
The building inspection's not my department. Besides, who'd want to climb up into a burning building?
Firefighters?
You're funny, Bridges. Even a copper firefighter wouldn't risk getting singed to save a lower ward property from burning down.
Automated dependent, I see, yeah. An odd could probably make the jump up there.
Ads are heavy. If an android leaped onto that, the whole must have probably come coming down on top of them.
Yeah, modders are heavy too.
Hey.
Looks like the only way into the building is through the front door then. Wait. 75 kilograms, I believe, is about north of 150 pounds, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 75 kilograms has to be pretty much double it. Probably around 150 pounds. Still. Interesting. Huh. Missing the ladder that could normally let you climb up from the street. So one could only move for the where the bodies are found, and second floor room beneath it. Interesting.
165 pounds.
My guesstimate's pretty good today.
Yep.
All right. Whoop. I missed that log. Damn it. It's fine. All right. And then we have this. Only way into the building is through the front door then. One problem with blue bloods and cops running security. I don't know who to blame for leaving their shit here. I'll give the moral high ground to whichever part of society learns to pick up after themselves first. Blinn, would you like to read this?
Sure.
I'm giving you another
last week
article,
on
but it's fine.
It's fine. Panic abound last week on campus when in the computer labs at Technica University were set ablaze. It was in the early hours of the morning. Students and faculty skirted the campus in an anxious hunt to postures as federal agents descended on the lab's vicinity, searching for signs that they could point to a culprit. But as of today, the fire has officially been ruled as an accident and successfully traced back into a cooling system failure in the basement's main server hub. A freak accident that has provided simultaneous relief and confusion to the community. And when the fire was first reported on, many were quick to point out its similarities to other fires and bombings recently reported as sweeping eastward across the nation. And dubbed by some members of the press as work of the Witch of the West. Each incident appears to have targeted data infrastructure, hitting state, corporate, and academic nerve centers, and then leaving behind significant financial grief in the aftermath. Hundreds of thousands of files related to student debt, all of it non-recoverable.
Oh no. How
Oh,
terrible.
no.
Wow.
All the money I owe. Anyway. Said one anonymous campus security specialist after their university's student registry records went up in literal smoke. We're reaching out to alumni as quickly as we can, try and piece their records back together, but frankly, a lot of them have been less than eager to speak with us, and we may have no choice but to re-examine payment plans for current students' tuition. Federal investigative officials have no formal comments on at this time, but some local law enforcement officers have described seeing federal agents frustrated with the so-called witch. Criticisms of the response has begun to surface from the political realm, and with Senator Colt now formally calling for the director of investigations to testify as to the progress of or lack thereof in the search for this serial arsonist and other notable.
Hey, we don't seem to have your ID in our database. Sad face. If you fill out a simple form for us, we can get you the rest of this article along with a ton of other cool offers and limited time sales served up exclusively to a compliment ID 09 like you. Smiley face. Man, I can't believe that's so much student debt. How
What a
terrible. Hey,
tragic
your
loss.
records recently got deleted. Do you happen to remember how much money you owed? Like $3?
I paid it off.
Yeah, I paid it off. Are you sure? Because, yeah.
Yeah, I paid it off a month ago.
Yeah. Why, do you not
Yeah,
have my
but-
records? Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks. Yeah. Yeah, no, I paid it off a month ago. Yeah, yeah.
Eh. That sucks.
That sucks.
Hey, bye.
Yeah, man, that really sucks. Anyways, bye. I feel like I've heard stories about bombings out west the last few months. I know they'd all been attributed to one person, but they're now calling them the Witch of the West. There's no mention of victims, only data centers being targeted. But clearly this witch is hitting someone where it hurts, if they've now got schools involved, or...
It's
Yeah.
politicians.
What really stands out here is that the federal investigators are getting involved. Most national security agencies were absorbed into the military police complex decades ago. That bureau survived, but it's a mere fraction of the size it used to be, and very different in its function. Their modern reputation is that of attack dogs, deployed by the Senate to make examples of political targets. I can't say I like the idea of them being out there hunting for serial offenders. Alright, I'm done back here. So I think I've seen everything That's right. I was standing here last night when... Yeah, Morgan. Yeah, Morgan. It was dark and foggy. That kid was too far off to make out my face. Weren't they?
What is it, Tiger?
Nothing. I saw someone out of the corner of my eye, that's all. Yeah, maybe not your face. However, you have a very notable detail about yourself that's apparently not common in this city, girl. You have a bit of a notable detail about yourself.
La la.
I saw someone out of the corner of my eye, that's all.
Yeah. Around here, maybe it was an unlisted.
What are you... Those are real?
Keep to themselves, obviously, but yeah, they're real. I met some. They inform, sometimes of what they've seen. Never come to testify, of course. You'd think they stand out dressing like that, but if their camouflage didn't work, they wouldn't be enlisted, right?
What do you mean they keep to themselves? Don't they work with any of the gangs down here?
Sorry, have I gotten your hopes up or something? Trust me, you got a better chance of winning the lottery than running into one.
Right. Forget I asked. Not actively registered in a state database, I had a feeling. Informed designation given to individuals, often missing persons or unhoused, or not being tracked in any government database. Much of the 21st century, individuals of this description were most often undocumented immigrants. Following shifts in immigration patterns and the implementation of the Military Service Citizenship Program, aka the Minuteman Bill, undocumented immigration has sharply declined. While many non-citizens do live and work within the country, they are tracked through immigration monitoring and services, or as part of their military service agreement until they either leave the country or are fully naturalized at the end of their service. Today, unlisted mostly refers to small groups of seasonal workers who travel to the country in migrating caravans to find work undercutting corporate contracts on various agricultural or fungal installations. Some anthropological studies have described groups of unlisted living in urban, generally poorer areas as what are effectively homeless communities. Unlike most homeless people, the overwhelming majority of whom were unhoused for less than 2 weeks, these unlisted actively refuse state housing assistance or assistance of any kind. Concerns about malnourishment, illiteracy, extreme poverty, and rampant mental illness within unlisted populations has, at times, spurred outreach programs that attempt to contact them. But by their very nature as unlisted, actual data on their quality of life or cultural practices is virtually non-existent, making most politicians hesitant to commit resources towards these causes. Interesting.
So that kid was 100% an unlisted, right? And that's
1
why their
billion.
outfit.
Yeah.
That's why their outfit was covered in eyes.
Well, I
'cause
mean,
it, like
like,
fucks up tracking or whatever.
London mentioned it too, right? Their camouflage, right? That was absolutely camouflage.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to fuck up facial recognition program, you cover yourself in facial features.
Look, I do not think I've ever been more interested in world building until Project Moon, and now this too. I'm like, twice in the past 5 years, I've just been enraptured by world building, and it's back to back. I'm like, fucking hell, this is such good world building the way they do it. Like, just, perfectly layered on. Right. Forget I asked. You ready to go inside?
Think so, so long as...
No, I'm not with anyone else. It's just me here. Because she's shrill, princess. And delusional, you know that?
I'm sure she'll catch up.
Girl, how many girls you got calling you?
Right? Right? I'm like, that is a completely different woman she's on the phone with. So you were saying this used to be an apartment building?
Somewhere between that and a long-stay motel, yeah. Blue Bloods didn't deviate far from that model when they took over. They call rooms like these vaults, places to stash away a lover, witness, debtor when there's too much heat.
You've gone through all these vaults, I take it?
Cyanus helped us with that last night. Yeah, bringing around master keys, clearing out every possible hiding place.
Didn't find the red-handed killer hiding anywhere, did you?
Sorry, no.
So is this the Blue Bloods forte then? Securing people, places, and things?
You could think of it that way.
I guess I always assumed gangs made their money through drugs.
Well, the Blue Bloods do deal here and there. But narcotics have been a rich man's game ever since the CDCA rolled in.
I remember reading about this. Yeah, series Contraband Decriminalization Acts. Yeah, I believe this came up because we were having to research the whole drug that may have killed David. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, most drugs, they're known about, they're well recorded. Designer drugs are made in a week. Were made a week ago in
Right.
someone's basement, and God help me if I could figure out how to counteract
God
that
help
shit.
us all, yeah, right?
You have the funds to... If you have the funds to ride the gray wave the way House of Korea does, you can make a killing. Korea, fucking whatever. They got the market cornered from black to gray to white to pure green profit. The Blue Buds hate that they have to make do with all the scraps of megs in the house don't bother producing en masse.
Professional jealousy. How ugly. Why can't these underworld overlords just bury the hatchet, get together, and screw over the consumer like reasonable people do?
They tried, if you believe the rumors. About a year ago now, there was some kind of meeting, and Olive Branch from the Golds to the Blues. Anyway, apparently, the Blue Bloods had a product the Cario wanted to distribute.
The Icario sell legal drugs now, though. And what kind of product could the Blue Bloods have that the Icario couldn't manufacture?
Not sure. Maybe that's why it went south so fast. Blood was spilled in less than an hour. And Cario ain't the type to keep negotiating after being spat on like that.
And so the Blue Bloods remain firmly planted in their lower wards niche.
They might not like having to take the low end, but they are filling a gap in the market. And that's every proper capitalist calling, right? Besides, the workers certainly appreciate their protection down there.
Workers hire Blue Bloods for protection, but that's... all that stuff is legal, so long as they're licensed, isn't it?
Legal? Yes. Respectable? Most would still say no. So, household name security megs consider it too high risk to be seen in the company of workers.
I wonder how closely the event where the Blue Bloods and the Icaria meeting was to when Makoto started having kidnapping attempts every
Yeah,
day or whatever.
That's what I was
Right?
thinking.
Yeah, I have to imagine that those are pretty much one and one the same.
They're either
Workers...
the same or very closely related. I also have to wonder what the fuck happened to Makoto's parents. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He
I
name
have a
dropped
feeling
his,
that was related.
he name dropped his dad and grandfather at least, so there are names that people would know and respect on some level.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't help that their average board member is easily pushing 60 years old.
You aren't that far from pushing 60 yourself, are you?
Matter of opinion. Besides, I'm a very modern, forward-thinking man.
Did you
Your
finish...
age is not an opinion.
Did you finish those 50 rosaries already? Right. And the Icaria, they don't, compete in that market?
No. People at the Carias Heights might patronize a courtesan or two in the Cloud Districts, but they'd never lower themselves to work alongside one. Hypocrites.
That much I understand perfectly. The hypocrisy is the appeal for them. The rules don't apply to me. You can ask for a more pure expression of power.
Damn. Worse than I remember. Like a demon tore through the place. Seriously. What the hell happened to her?
That's what we all get paid to find out, right?
Yeah.
I've definitely got a head start on the rest of you, though. Shall we bring up the arcs?
Sure, I'll patch you in.
Allow me.
If you're needed on the phone, Miss Han, please don't let me keep you here.
Nonsense. I've got all the time in the world for you.
Everyone's treating me like royalty today. Well, sure, we got a head start, but kinda can't rush this. That sword's not where we... I don't believe we left... Huh. Okay, then. That body was not in that position. I don't believe. I forgot
Well,
how...
that's our 5th body, isn't it?
We have the body right here at the bottom of the screen. Body right there, body right there. Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Creek
you're
was
right.
behind the desk.
Yeah, Creek is behind the desk. That's the 5th body. And so he was... Huh.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Where shall we start?
How about with tall, dark, and mysterious in the middle here?
That's your client. He was found standing over Chopin's body by the arresting officer.
Rogers, right? And they knocked Sasuke out.
Correct.
So why is it this artistic rendition of Sasuke and not a capture from Rogers' body cam?
Well, it seems that at the time...
Their body cam was off? Seriously?
Hey, I'd chew him out myself if he was still here with us. It's department policy to have all sensors green when responding to an emergency.
Did all this not qualify as an emergency then?
Chopin and Rogers were responding to shots fired. That's not uncommon in this part of the town. For two inexperienced officers first on the scene, it might have not come to mind. At least Chopin could use that excuse. Rest in peace. But apparently, Rogers requests replacement body cams nearly every week.
Okay, if he's that big of a klutz, take away his gun once the city's done throwing him a parade.
I'll, put in a request.
Right then. Who's next?
God.
God. Sorry, I kept messing over it. The flashbang,
Yeah. You were hurting me a little, but
Apologies.
it is like a really, really strong like visual. Like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, sorry, like the way the camera moves around, have to... Alright then. Through the store is where they were keeping Sasuke, and where he let him off the leash. I'll leave that for after I finish in here. Blood loss from the neck. Even I can tell that much.
Stabbed with a bladed weapon near the carotid artery. Very efficient. Not the kind of kill someone can make without prior experience.
My client's a humble bodyguard.
Come on now. I know you've got a job to do, but you'll shame him if you don't let him take credit for this one. Miller was no joke in the fight. To take him out with one clean stab to the neck using his precious signature katana? The Hound must be itching to brag about it.
I'll defer to the medical examiner on this matter. Thank you very much.
What do you mean? Santo said the same thing. Katana to the neck, in not so many words.
We didn't... I don't believe we put the katana... We only used the katana on one person.
This is the one you chopped. Like violently.
No. This is the one where we put the knife in the
Yeah.
neck. The one who got chopped in the neck was Trey.
Yeah. We put the knife.
Didn't Trey come in directly from the door and you just fucking beat the shit out of him?
No. So, shot Tank, shot Creek, took our knife. Miller came at us with like sparkly
with the
knuckle
sparkling
duster
knuckles,
things.
and we got him in the neck with the knife, and then he removed the knife, right? And that's what did him.
Died.
Right,
Yes.
yeah.
And then dropped dead. And then Trey was over by the door, and we were like, well, all of my weapons are used
What I
up.
was saying
Katana's
was,
here. Let's get
Isn't
him
that
with that.
body next to the door?
No.
No, we're on the
that's
body we're on the other body.
Yeah, we're on the body to the right of the table currently. Trey's on the left of the table, which is by the door. And Trey's
Okay,
who we
cool.
went at with the knife.
Miller's who we went at with the knife. Trey's who we went at with the katana.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, sorry.
continue. I read this.
Is Miller's blood even on the katana? Even if it is, why would a medical examiner assume the katana was used here when my knife is a much better fit for... My knife. Where is it? Oh shit! Wait, yeah. Where? I gave Sasuke the knife before I left. It should have been found on him when he was arrested. It should be somewhere in the arcs.
You look for something, Tiger?
If they haven't found the knife and I ask about it anyway, that'd mean admitting that I know it's missing. If I tell them Sasuke mentioned the knife that only the killer would know about, I'd be ruining my case before I even enter the courtroom. Or worse, pointing the police in the direction of the knife's real origin. No, I just... Was anything found on my client's person when he was arrested?
Besides a gun, a sword, and a bunch of blood that didn't belong to him? No. Not even any lint in his pockets. What do you ask?
No reason. Sometimes you gotta shake the tree to see what falls out. Or so they say.
Oh, you were blindly guessing. I've been there.
Something must have happened to that knife. It couldn't have just disappeared. Not from a crime scene locked down like this. I'll need to find it, but I can't just go looking for it. Is this what it feels like to play with a handicap? God! Ooh, this is so fucking cool. This is so goddamn interesting. Oh man. Oh, this is so interesting to be like, where's the weapon that I know should be here because it should have been the cause of this?
I'd like you to brace yourself before opening the autopsy photos for this one, Counselor.
Yes, this is sufficiently obfuscated. There is one more person that would have been there later that evening. Are you the kid? Are we talking about the kid? Because, yeah.
Would assume so, yeah.
It would have to be,
The
yeah.
kid or the guy whose masks that is, who might have shown up to come and collect
Who
it.
might have shown up to
or-
go to collect, or some
Ooh,
other
yeah.
third party that we are not aware of.
Because there is the whole fire escape thing, right? Which that could have easily been, were they just referred to as the hunter, I believe?
I think you can use the fire escape to get out, but I don't think you can use the fire escape to get in.
Yeah, there would have been signs of them, like they would have had to break through the window or something.
Well, that and you couldn't even reach the.
But
Yeah.
wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. The door was broken into. The door was broken into after Morgan left. So potentially, potentially the hunter came through, grabbed the knife, and then went out through the window, while the
think-
police were potentially coming in. But that would.
Oh.
What's up?
Sorry. Something just clicked in my brain about Morgan and the story about the Red Hood and the Huntsman, and
Yeah,
now we're defending
yeah.
the Hound.
Fuck.
Yeah. It had been back in my mind. We're like, also we have the Witch of the West here. Like we're getting into some fantasy
doing
thing.
it.
That's a different fairy tale. We
That
don't
is
have
a
to worry
different
about
fairy
that one
tale,
yet.
but
That's Oz.
sufficiently obfuscated. A lot to take in. The skull was crushed.
Yeah, but the cause of death was blood loss from a laceration across the neck. He hit the floor and bled out in seconds. Everything else you're seeing there is post-mortem overkill.
Not Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want it now? Or... not the word I'd use for this kind of shit.
Oh, calm down. I didn't do it for the fun of it. In this specific instance, this victim had modded eyes. Seems to me like someone just didn't want to take any chances.
Bullshit. No one in the lower wards would get optic mods with recording functionality. You wouldn't be welcome anywhere. You gonna claim the Hound of Icaria didn't know something that fundamental? Nah. He bashed his brains in for the fun of it. I'm sure to a law-abiding citizen like yourself, we're all scum of the earth who deserve...
I am pretty scummy myself, hon. Defense attorney, remember?
Who the hell deserves shit like this?
Deserves. What does that have to do with anything? I take it that this bat is what did the deed.
Matches the splinters found inside his wounds, if he had any doubts.
There's nothing here about Sasuke's fingerprints.
You think we can get anything but partials off that? It's practically splinters.
Makes sense. I was the one who actually swung it down, and I was wearing gloves by then.
Whoever did this, they were damn enthusiastic. You know how hard they'd have to swing to crush a skull? To break the bat itself?
I can't imagine. She said, like you know, a liar. Was barring Sasuke from exiting the other room before I used to destroy Terry's eyes, but no one else knows that, and I have no way of informing them. What a pain. I literally, man, this is so interesting.
What a pain. Dude, working on a fucking criminal case that you did.
Well, like, the thing is, too, we knew this was going to happen eventually, because she did that for Carlos, but Carlos was a very different circumstance. But,
Yeah.
like, this is... They could have done this for episode 1, but it's so good. The way that they balanced this, and they instead did what they did, focused on Sarah for episode 1, I think is really good. Because it gave us room to breathe and, like, be like, Morgan's something decent of a person, and she hasn't killed anyone during this case, and then we're in this case, and it's like, okay, so this started with her killing people. Oh boy, like, oh man, the way that this House of Cards is being stacked is insane. I can't imagine. There's some faint blood that's unsmeared here. Did it belong to this victim?
And Sasuke, I wonder if maybe the bodies hadn't gotten moved around for some reason, but... Your client's legs and feet were soaked in Nothing's blood when he was arrested. And he would have had to sneak up on Chauvin in order to stab him in the back.
You think he slid his feet across the ground to avoid making noise?
Does he say otherwise?
I'll let you keep guessing on that one.
Welcome to the fucking slip and slide.
Like, that window's open.
That window's wide open.
That window is wide open.
And it wasn't before. Oh shit, I told you, motherfucker.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so it's possibly that.
Someone else flew through.
Windows opens the fire escape alley. A fire escape in the alley below. There's a thin misting of blood across them. Got a good guess as to who it belongs to.
This is where we found Creek, leader of the pod. Ballistics tell us the shooter was standing in front of the desk.
Near where my client was found.
Your words, not mine. A nasty slug burst in his chest, blew blood black onto the windows behind him.
The open windows.
Hell of a spread.
Yes, it is. Did someone open these, or?
No, they were open when we secured the scene.
Any fingerprints?
Plenty on the handles there, from Creek and his pod.
That's where the handles are?
Something wrong?
Definitely. But how the hell could I explain why I know that? No, sorry, I guess I'm wondering about the keys around his neck and the arcs.
Oh, well, that one was a master key. Could unlock any other door in the building. The other key we eventually paired to a small safe in his desk. Empty, though.
Suppose that's all irrelevant, since he apparently died with the keys on his person.
Yeah, it caught my eye too, to be honest, but not every detective's instinct pans out.
So Morgan doesn't leave prints.
No,
Yeah.
we're gonna have gloves.
No. She had her gloves off when she was going through. I don't think she had.
No, she didn't.
No.
Did she put
her gloves back on?
She had put her
Yeah,
gloves
she put
back
her-
on when she started digging through things. Okay. Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah,
the
she
only
put her gloves
the
back
only
on,
things
then
she had
she hit
touched.
Trey, then Creek started talking,
The only
and
things
that's when she went and got
she
the
had
keys.
touched were the TV remote, the and the weapons, basically. Yeah.
And the cigarette she walked away with.
Yeah.
One
Chuck her
shitty
cigarette.
blunt.
One shitty blunt.
Worst one known to man.
So who is this guy?
Curious?
Only professionally. I don't care what he was before I killed him.
Criminal record dating back as far as it goes. Sealed when he turned 18.
We're also getting so much more of an insight into Morgan here, right? Like, she was
Yeah.
somewhat empathetic and all. Like, we saw the emotional side of her during the first case. Oh boy, there is not much emotion going on here. This is like way more psychotic at this point, right? We're getting a much more psychotic side of her.
Yep.
What makes you so sure he has a juvenile record then?
The more experience these guys get, the more time in between their arrests. Pattern I'm seeing, he was pretty damn experienced by the time he was of age.
Trying to compliment him.
I wasn't trying to insult him, Han.
Anything you'd like to add?
Nah, nothing I want to say in front of you two.
If you want to say a few words, the detective and I could step.
Only words I have are for his killer. I'll deliver them in person. Or not at all.
Fair enough. Do you have any idea why someone might want to hurt this Creek fellow?
That's not funny. That dog you're defending?
It's always a fair question, Han. Give it fair consideration.
Besides the Icaria, the Rust, or our city's finest? No. Creek was charismatic and driven. Plus, he made us a lot of money. No true blue would want him gone. The bloodthirsty Icaria soldier he was interrogating, however, probably wasn't a huge fan.
What about family?
This is getting old fast.
Younger brother's listed as next of kin.
Leave his brother out of this. Hell, leave me out of this. Rooting through a person like you're picking at zits.
Well, seems he's out of town anyway. Taking summer lessons at Howell Marina U.
That's a good school.
An expensive school. Younger brother has no listed occupation.
Fuck.
Bumming off sibling.
Huh?
Probably getting
Paid
paid, through by the sibling, yeah.
Yeah, Creek was paying for it, yeah.
Also, no priors and no juvenile record. Tad at his age? Poor kid. Pills for that cost an arm and a leg. Creek must have been sending him.
TAD at his age? Some sort of disease or such, probably?
Tad or
Pills for that cost an arm and leg. I forget if that's a term that we've seen, but... Detective, did you just leak the confidential medical data of a non-suspect to a third party?
Hey, you don't have to report. How about I buy you an ice cream or something?
I didn't even think of that about that. I'm like,
Bribe.
oh, that's information we should not have.
HIPAA violation.
Bribery too. You're digging yourself pretty deep.
Is it still bribery if I'm the government official?
Papers scattered all over his desk. Suppose I'm partially to blame. I didn't exactly memorize his setup before I started searching for the mask. What's this?
What'd you find there? A note?
Oh, that's for Makoto.
Uh-huh.
Looks like Creek's handwriting from the other files I've seen.
Ikaria.
Looks like Ikar. Yeah, actually.
He's dead, London. I was gonna let the spelling mistake slide.
Right, sorry. But, that's gotta be Makoto, right?
You know Makoto.
I know he's Karia's heir apparent. From what I hear, he's an appropriately frightening young scion.
He's really quite something.
But why was his name be on Creek's desk?
He was Creek's real target the other day. Sosuke was some kind of consolation prize.
Bagging the Hound was a consolation prize? These punks had their sights set high.
Yeah. Like no one taught them not to stare at the sun. Interesting. Creek's fine wood desk. He seemed particular about it. Maybe in no small part because it had a priceless no mask hidden inside it, but I assume you've been through this datapad here?
Front to back, but we didn't find anything we didn't already know. Seems like Creek was smart enough to use it for payments and nothing else.
Hold on a second. How do you manage that? Even gangsters need spreadsheets.
Hence the paperwork you see scattered about.
He really did everything by hand.
PPP is what they call it over in organized crime. Paper and pencil protocol. Helps the workers keep their books off the books. At least in a format that's easier to destroy should push come to shove.
Yeah, I was thinking you just burn it
There
or
it is,
shred
okay.
it.
Did you run checks on this credit card that's jammed in there here?
Ah, not surprised you don't recognize it. That there's a dark card.
Wow, tell me more. Wow, tell me more.
It's an untraceable wallet in the palm of your hand.
I would hope any wallet could fit in the palm of your hand, detective. But you really can't find the owner. Can't trace any of its transactions.
Most we could tell is that the datapad registered calls to dark card networks at around 9:40 p.m., but it timed out.
What does that mean?
The transfer didn't go through. Either someone got cold feet or they forgot their password.
Happens to the best of us.
Oh, let's see.
Interesting. I love that we had red notes, all this. Only had the notes I had to take. Reason I had to take my gloves off in the first place because of this useless piece of plastic. Handles match Creek and the rest of his pod. Yeah, but it's like, when the hell did they... Because also only his pod's fingerprints are in it. Couldn't avoid touching it, had to at least pretend the dark card would work. And there's her fingerprints were found matching those of Creek and Officer Chopin. Interesting. Yeah, no, their fingerprints weren't found, which, like, we know that her fingerprints aren't in the system, but at the same time, you would still find fingerprints.
Mhm.
Oh, what was the school with destroyed records? Like the one that we had in the article, you mean? Did they name the school? I don't believe they named the school. Oh, you're wondering if North Technica University. No, that's not the same, not the same university that was mentioned, I don't believe. pretty sure that's not the
No,
same.
they said like how.
Yeah,
something,
yeah, it was how. Yeah,
how
yeah.
coastal
Yeah.
or whatever.
By the way, why has this cloth been flagged?
Not sure. Forensics didn't find any blood on it.
Who flagged that?
Lady Rockford herself. Could be that she fat thumbed it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing. Yeah? Uh-huh.
The fuck is that? Was that there? Was that always there?
The cloth? That's what the sword was
Yeah.
resting on.
The
sword was...
Yeah, that's been there.
So I believe the cloth was moved when Morgan took the sword. Meaning... something may have been possibly missed when she moved the sword. What the hell was missed? Fuck if we know, but Emma noticed something.
That's for Emma to know and you to find out.
This screen. I turned it on to distract Tanks long enough to grab his gun. I remember choosing not to turn it back off. Interesting setup.
Powerful setup was blaring when we arrived. Or the sound system, I mean. One of the CS techs is a real audiophile. Said it broke her heart how loud they must have blared the speakers all the time. Where's it out? She said.
I wouldn't count on orcas to value the longevity of their tech purchases. Alright, and time to get to the elephant in the room.
Who the hell?
Who the hell are you, really? Why are you lying there dead right in the middle of my crime scene?
That was Tariq Chopin, as you might guess, a patrol officer, the son of 2 loving fathers,
Hell yeah.
who strongly emphasized to the chief of police their desire to see justice done.
Reyes wasn't exaggerating about how he died.
Run through from behind with a sword.
So he would have been standing in front of the desk. Then he was impaled. Then he collapsed to the floor face first, and the sword...
Just got stuck in the ground.
Bad luck for the attacker, I suppose.
Yeah, Dr. Santos noticed in her report that the stab wound was, in her words, jostled.
Pardon?
Like the attacker tried to pull it out, but it was stuck, so they...
Had to jiggle around.
Hey, it's probably what saved Roger's life. Kept your client distracted and disarmed long enough to give Rogers time to rush in.
Allegedly. Not where I left you, that's for sure. According to Sosuke, the one thing he does recall after I passed the baton to him is gripping his sword. You're not giving me much to work with.
Fingerprints on the grip matched your client's right hand, by the way.
Here I was getting my hopes up.
And it definitely wasn't suicide, because no one else's prints are on the damn thing.
So, we need a window of time of when the hell Chopin came up here, and if Rogers was not with him at the time, because potentially it has to be this fucking huntsman or whatever, right? It has to be this hunter. Possibly took the sword, rushed Chopin, and then just bounced out through the window. Then Ikaria comes in and tries to get the sword out of Chopin just out of confusion, and that's when Rogers comes in. That has, yeah, and also the huntsman possibly has the knife. But the confusing thing is, that knife was in Sosuke's. Sosuke used that to cut himself free. So that's where the confusion is where the hell that knife disappeared
Where
to.
the fuck did the knife go?
Because Sosuke
He
should...
already... Yeah, continue.
Sosuke should have had a knife, so there has to be
There was
some
a third
window of
party
time.
with a knife, at least.
A third party
the knife
who
is
somehow
somewhere
took the knife from Sosuke, because Sosuke used the knife to cut himself free.
Or maybe Sosuke left the knife in the bathroom?
That...
Yeah, we haven't even gone to look in there yet.
Yeah, and then... Right, we haven't gone in there to look
I'm
at yet.
scared we're gonna go into the bathroom. There's gonna be a fucking situation in there that we aren't aware about.
Right, probably.
There's been a 6th murder.
I ruled out suicide once I saw he was stabbed in the back. Thank you. There are papers scattered underneath his body. Did I knock them off the desk at one point? You did
Did,
kind
but
of...
not in that direction.
Not in that direction, yeah. Maybe when the tall
I
one
don't-
hit the...
I don't think she knocked them. Like she did, like carelessly dump them
She
on
like
the desk.
threw
but-
them, and a lot of them flew off the desk.
Yeah, but not in a concentrated pattern like that. Like that is...
Someone was rooting for something.
Which it would be... Yeah. Maybe when the tall one hit the ground. Or maybe when I was swinging that bat down on... Hang on. What kind of paper is this? I can't read a word.
Really? You should get that looked at.
Yeah, no, she was sitting on the desk and basically scattered the papers towards Creek, yeah. My vision's 2020. What am I looking at, Miss Site Manager?
Those docs are internal business, ma'am. Nothing to worry your pretty little head over.
How do you...
It does.
Huh?
It does matter, actually.
How do you know they're
Quite
internal
frankly, it
business
does.
if we can't read them?
You've really never seen red ink before.
Never heard of it.
It's a corporate information security protocol. Files with special flags trigger specific print commands if you try to make physical copies. Makes it use some kind of special ink. Try to take a photo of it, and it comes out a bright blur. Paper's special too. Too much heat, humidity, becomes illegible.
The corpse bleeding out on top of you is a lot of heat and humidity. So these documents contain confidential data that the Blue Bloods wouldn't want getting out?
What do they say in the movies? I can't confirm nor deny that.
Red ink is fun. That's cool. Information security protocols designed to hamper attempts to copy physical documents. First developed in the mid-21st century amidst widespread concerns about hackers' newfound capabilities after the third netcode leak. Red ink practices emphasize the vulnerability of digital systems and espouse the relative reliability of physical documents. Be changed. Cannot be changed or stolen except through in-person action. More broadly, designed to minimize the time that critical information spends changing hands. Critics of the teachings thus claims it is antithetical to cooperation between peers and leads to siloing of information. Also commonly used to refer to any kind of printed text material, incorporates anti-piracy measures, anti-photocopier sheen gloss, a paper that degrades outside of extremely narrow moisture conditions, cipher, sleeper marks, printer machine codes left in the corners of documents, invisible to naked eye, unique to individual printers. Interesting. Original systems core principles still used, different organizations, yeah.
So I do think the ink on those pages was literally red when she put them out on the desk, when she pulled them out of the safe. So that's also funny.
Mm-hmm. And if I subpoenaed the data?
Do your worst. We've got lawyers, too. And unlike your client, they've got all the time in the world to stall. Besides, you and I both know exactly what the Hound's motive was. And it isn't written in those pages. It's written all over his busted up face.
Sure. But you won't mind if I copy down whatever I can anyway, right?
I wouldn't have any legal reason to stop you, if that's what you're getting at.
Documents found at the scene of the crime, mostly blotted out by the blood coming from Chopin's corpse, apparently contained confidential information of high value. Only the occasional page number, graphic, or name could be spotted. Snippets include, page 21, pillars required for expansion of eminent domain with proper, page 345, payments to support of contract, page 433, re-election, councilman long to push for, colloquially referred to as the lower ward, 492, be vote coming, stress the importance, OPSEC of the highest level. So something related to the whole pillar project then.
Can you do me a favor and open the pillar
Yeah.
data articles specifically?
I believe that was the ballot propositions.
Yeah. And then scroll down a little to the pillar one.
All education's funding of Atlas Pillar rejuvenation projects. Funds the renovation and reinforcements of multiple Atlas pillars around the lower wards. Paid for a percent increase in sales. Active stabilize.
Keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm trying to find something.
Measure is generally viewed favorably by representatives from the lower wards. Necessary construction will be disruptive. Point to language in the proposition that guarantees easing of zoning restrictions around the pillars is vital to reducing unemployment in the target regions. Previous comparable proposals that renovated city pillars north of the park have been touted as successful examples. Number of city council members representing uptown districts voiced skepticism about these economic benefits. None have argued against the architectural reality of the canopy's need for additional structural reinforcement. Which city's older Atlas pillars will be targeted has yet to be disclosed. Due to the nature of vertically integrated real estate, property values can either skyrocket or even drop. Renaming Atlas pillars to honor local community figures. Stanford Johnson. 493. Field seeks to rename the Atlas pillars around the city. Field that was mentioned in the papers. Atlas, originally internal name for super infrastructure, rooted itself in time, ominous ring to it.
And then pop open the.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Yeah, going back to it. I just want to get rid of the things first. Red ink. Colloquially referred to as lower wards. Okay, never. Support of construction, eminent domain. Interesting. So the Blue Bloods were definitely funding this for some reason, and potentially to have a window to do something.
Re-election. They were probably pushing for the re-election of a councilman specifically because of it, since the vote was upcoming.
It was possibly a councilman who was from the lower to push for
Re-election
Councilman Long. Councilman Long.
Specifically.
Long was mentioned in the previous episode. I don't believe we had anything mentioning him yet in this episode. To push for something.
Can you do me a favor and reopen that article? Sorry, I'm trying to see
No,
if
you're
there's
fine.
any mention of Long in there.
I don't think there was. Aaron
Houston's Myers. Keep scrolling. Chopin, How Industries Wickham. And that is specifically for the Atlas project, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's for doing the
Then
rejuvenation.
Danford, Johnson,
Yeah.
Johnson, Sungho, and Wickham are also mentioned for renaming the Atlas project.
There's Long, but that's not Long.
Different person, yeah. I'm pretty sure Long was someone mentioned in the previous episode. I believe Long was specifically being up for re-election and such, but I forget the context beyond that.
Okay.
And what's our convention next month about?
This was about the higher budget for the police department and everything. Cops dying in the lower wards. About private military, essentially. City council, national police spotlight draws lobbyists. 2 weeks for convention nominee was decided 2 years ago. Right. Don't think anything of
Hold on. What was that list of names at the bottom?
Generous donors, Daniel Mass at Daniel Mass Foundation, Rebecca E. Jones, Jessica and Ronald McGuile, the Rockford funds.
The Rockford Fund is the only interesting here.
So
just wanted to make sure it wasn't in there somewhere.
Yeah, we do have a thing of
we're like full it is, so sorry.
No, it's okay. This is what I enjoy of us, like not knowing anything.
Now we can look at the evidence that we didn't see a second ago.
Sword, victim Tariq Chopin, chipped at several points, especially at the tip. Fingerprints, handle match rate, hand of Sosuke Ikaria. No other prints found. Blood residue matches the DNA of victims. Another murder weapon I had to wipe prints off of. Okay, no, you were wiping prints. You do leave prints, but you were able to wipe them off. Indulgent, trying to take Trey's head off. Wasn't my only indulgence either. I must have gotten Miller's blood on the blade's tip when I dragged it across the floor. Right, you did. Really was giving me a headache when I turned it off. Didn't enjoy having to turn it back on before I left just to leave no trace.
Check the note also for...
There wasn't anything. Ikaria. Handwriting is by and large a match for other documents, pen initialed by Creek. Yeah.
Why is it crossed out and then...
spelling it right. Because it was typoed on. It was typoed on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote it wrong. So does give the impression. Also, Gabe, I just got a message of someone wanting to commission you.
Who wants to commission me?
They're like,
Thank
hey, can you share the name of the artist that worked on the Of the Devil styled artwork you have of your VTuber? I'm like, sure, fucking hell yeah, I can.
That's me. Hello.
It's my very lovely boyfriend who's an amazing artist.
My commissions are closed soon, as of now, but they will likely open eventually. I do those, by the way.
Yeah, remind me next time your commission's open. I have a thing I need to talk to you about.
Okay, smiles? Question mark?
Okay,
I
back
was
to
going to
it.
do it last time your commission's open, and then I forgot to message you, and then a week had gone by. Gabe's commissions probably aren't open any longer.
The big one. He made a strange face when I shot him, and a loud slam when he hit the floor.
This one, real long rap sheet. With a short ending, buckshot to the torso, died instantly. Flexer and his mods put his time of death at 9:44 p.m.
Killed by his own weapon.
Comes up short of poetic justice, but it doesn't look like he was in any kind of struggle for it beforehand. How'd someone manage to get it off his hands?
It wasn't any great feat, I assure you.
Tex identified it as a double-barreled Mag US, and... Hey, how'd you know the
I
gun
was
was
about
his?
to say. Uh-huh.
He's got a holster on. Haha.
He's still wearing the holster in the arcs. Was I mistaken?
No. About a week ago, Tanks here was stopped and frisked by a patrol unit. And they found this here gun on him.
They found this gun on him, and they just handed it back to him.
They bought and paid for it above board.
So this gun isn't jailbroken. You have tag data from the murders?
No, we don't. Strange. According to the text, the gun is jailbroken.
What happened between last week and last night that he'd get the tag stripped off?
Something that made him think this piece would see some action soon.
That was oh boy, Morgan, that was a bit of a direct slip right there. Even if your logic was sound of being like, he has a holster on him that's empty. Interesting. Gripped it in his left hand. No one else's fingerprints are present. Modified to an illegal extent. Slugs fired detonate after penetrating their target, increasing lethality, and the gun leaves no digital traces from when it's fired. Horribly God, can we talk about this fucking gun? This goddamn bullet bill ass looking gun?
God, it looks so stupid.
It's so stupid. I love it. Looks like that. Looks like
Hey,
that.
Rennie?
What's up?
When's the last time you saved your game?
Like at the beginning of the section.
Yep.
When they were in the cab.
Just making sure.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't envy either of your workloads. It's a mess in here.
It's a lot of blood, that's for sure.
I'm impressed you haven't gotten nauseous, miss.
I'd be right at home here if you weren't all poking your noses around.
Shoot, I just remembered. I'll never hear the end of it if I don't check in with my partner after saying I would. You too good to keep going if I step out to make a call?
I'm good to
Hi.
I'm gonna be so fucking real. I got zoned out for a sec.
I
Blinn has not had a line to read in a minute, yeah. That was so fucking
I'm
funny.
so sorry.
That's so fucking funny.
3 people in the call.
You too good to keep going.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And also, Blinn is here.
It's okay.
I'm
We'll be wrapping up once we're done this section.
I'm gonna.
You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you?
It's okay. We'll be wrapping up once we're
It's
done this
fine.
section.
It's fine.
It was that moment of reaches into mirror to choke the motherfucker who's ruining my life type of thing.
It's me.
What?
Who is that other dog? Where does he come from?
When did you pass
I love
out?
that
I didn't pass out. I was
Okay.
zoned out.
Okay. I'm like, all right. Anyways,
A call? Is your partner your mom?
It's okay.
And is your mom blind? Send a text.
Thanks for your understanding.
Maybe he was the one with a weak stomach. You be sure to let me know if you're feeling pain.
I can keep going. We're nearly finished anyway.
I'd stick to the arcs if I were you. Nothing behind that door that's better seen in person.
You've been such a gracious host up until this point, Miss Han. Why the cold feet now?
It's ugly in there.
Uglier than this.
Different kind of ugly then.
Oh god, I love this fucking palette. She's such a cool character design. It's all in the eye of the beholder. You okay, Glenn?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just taking out my glasses to clean it.
Fair.
Shit's blurry right now.
I warned you.
Don't worry. I can stomach it just fine. So long as I can understand it. Why did Creek's pod torture my clients?
I don't know that they did.
Sosuke told me they electrocuted him, Han.
They probably just grounded him. Low-grade currents applied every few minutes stops most mods from rebooting. So no SOS pings, no adrenaline burst pulled out of his ass.
The pliers, hammers, and syringes, what purpose did they serve? They could have just killed Sosuke when they failed to nab Makoto. Instead, they dragged him down here. Why? To try and get info on Makoto's itinerary? Get enough intel to make another run at him. If there are any answers for me in here, I'll need a grout scraper to find them. Interesting. It's water. Cold enough that condensation's on the outside of the bucket. Is that water for sponge baths?
Just a simple way to keep a guest from dozing off. Temperature shock makes caffeine look like a sleep aid.
This coming after you claim you don't know if Sosuke was tortured. You know what that other bucket's for, then?
I know you said you've got a weak sense of smell, but do you really need a hint here?
But then this last bucket's here is...
What is that? Trash?
Cloth and rope. Bindings.
Or bandages? See, they were nursing him back to health.
I'll run your theory past Sosuke next chance I get. This must be what's left with what they were keeping Sosuke tied up with.
They would have had to use something, yeah. Store doesn't even lock.
Not after I removed the bat, barring it from the outside. So he's brought here, tied up, questioned. Then he breaks out, bursts into the next room, cuts up 2 of his captors, and blows the other 2 away. And that's what you think happens?
That's what it looks like.
And then what? Chopin runs in and turns his back on a violent criminal?
Don't strain yourself trying to make it sound improbable. Cops are dumb. If the Hound crouched in a corner, he'd have his chance soon enough. Hell, he probably just played dead. Walking into that scene out there, you think some patrol officer would go around checking pulses?
Why would my client go to all that trouble to get the jump on an officer? Why not just run away? Hell, why not ask him for medical treatment?
Because he was standing in the middle of 4 men he just killed?
I know that Sosuke had no logical reason to attack Chopin. But so what? Even Sosuke himself says he would have been acting on instinct. Would instincts tell him that Chopin was in between him and his escape? Right? Like, was one guy... Hypodermic needles. Probably not packing anything healthy. Sosuke better hope they were at least sanitized. Not sure Sarah can treat an infection with gauze and rubbing alcohol alone. But those needles there... The design of these needles seems a little odd.
Well, someone tell you sooner or later, so they're projectiles. Load them into a gun and fire away.
Sosuke was captured by men wielding needle guns. Does Cyanus Security have any peacekeeping tools they'd like to disclose as having recently gone missing?
You're cursing up the wrong pipe. Creek could find tools all on his own, and we're not that kind of operation.
An operation where the right hand doesn't know what the left is doing.
More like the right hand's just been washed, so if you have to handle some garbage...
Cyanus is that legitimate? Why aren't all the Blue Bloods working legal jobs then?
Not enough positions available. You gotta earn like hell to be considered for a job on this side of the fence.
Creek and his pod weren't bringing in that kind of money.
They liked Creek's pod where it was.
Who's they?
Upper management. Oh fuck,
Oh
I
my
have to find
gosh.
Creek's voice somewhere in the back of my throat. Hold on.
Well, this is also like a flashback, so if you want, we can.
We could do Ace Attorney it. Given the honor, yeah. And did upper management like Creek?
I'm just a humble site manager, miss. I wouldn't know.
Sure. So do all these needles contain anesthetics?
No. There's also stimulants and barbitazine.
This came up before, I believe. Depressant drug that loosens inhibitions, increases talkativeness. Yeah,
I think that came up.
it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also read it, because
There
it might
could
be
be
important.
There could be new stuff. Yeah.
It also might just be flat important to know what it does.
Originally developed as a hypnotic sleep aid drug for active duty military personnel, barbitazine is currently prescribed rarely as an anti-anxiety and anti-seizure medication. Often depicted in popular culture and some drug manufacturers' promotional materials as a truth serum, barbitazine has never been shown to function as such in a controlled setting. When compared against a sampling of liquors ranging from 40 to 80 proof, barbitazine resulted in truthful confessions only 0.2% more often, and no subjects admitted to providing information that they were not already comfortable with divulging. How to tell if someone's cheating, where to buy a lie detector, see who has me muted on social media.
Okay.
Like the truth serum.
You can get sued for selling it as such. It makes you talk. Doesn't make what you say the truth.
So they want Sosuke talking, but what did they ask him?
If your client can't remember or isn't willing to recall, then there's really no one else alive who would know, yeah.
Has all this blood been tested, Miss Han?
Enough of it has. Besides Sosuke, who else would it belong to?
That's a bit lazy, but it's not as if there's more here than the last time I visited. Sosuke really did lose a lot of blood. By the time he stumbled out of here, a stiff breeze should have been enough to knock him over. Is he really such a badass that he still managed to take out a police officer before he'd even noticed? It's not as if I feel nothing, looking at someone else's handiwork, the product of their violence. But it's like an artificial sweetener. No complaints for that first instant. Then the aftertaste comes. Empty calories. I'll just be hungrier again later, faster. Best to stay disciplined. I'm getting a headache, but it's not from anything sensory. I should know more about this crime scene than anyone. Why can't I piece it together? If I can't piece it together, the cops will never trace any of this back to me, right? So why do I feel so ill at ease?
Okay, thanks for your patience, ladies. Did I miss anything?
Nah.
Oh,
Would you have felt better if you had?
I'm going to head out now, actually. I've got a long day tomorrow.
You going back by yourself then? Are you sure? I could get you right out of the neighborhood.
I'm sure Miss Han here has already made sure that we'll both get out of here without any trouble. And that is her company's area of expertise, isn't it?
Of course.
Well, at least let me walk you out.
Sure, why not?
Safe travels.
Oh my god, we are doing such a balancing act here. So, Detective, there's something you didn't want to talk about in front of the professionals at Sienna Security.
Thanks for picking up on that.
Reyes will be upset that you never checked in.
Yeah, right after this I will.
This room, are we directly underneath the crime scene?
Same fire escape right there.
Same type of window, too. Has this room been scanned into the arcs?
Yeah, but no one found anything noteworthy. Except Sienna's being sloppy.
So what were you actually doing when you left Han and I back there?
Something Han said earlier
Uh-huh.
about how no true blue would wish any harm on Greek. Her phrasing stood out to me.
Because it implies the existence of false blue bloods?
Because it reminded me of one of the first things I learned in this city. There are no monoliths. Megas, Orca, City Hall, they're always factions. And especially among the Blue Bloods, the party lines are especially visible. So I made a call, not to Reyes, and confirmed some things.
And?
And I figure I owe you a little hint or two, considering the tone of the last message I delivered.
That message warned me not to broaden the scope of my investigation. Getting hints from you might be self-defeating.
Not these hints. Trust me.
So what faction did our pal Creek belong to?
The Youngbloods. Opposite end of the compass from the Old Guard. The conservative Blue Blood leadership. All of them older than 70, some of them pushing higher than 90. He said Han said Creek was too useful for anyone to want dead, but my sources don't agree. Creek talked. Said things aloud that others only whispered.
Mm-hmm.
Ambitious, charismatic, up and coming.
And young.
Could easily see him being very unpopular with all the wrong people in the Old Guard.
That's interesting info, Detective. But it doesn't exactly flip this case on its head. I already know who killed Creek. The police have already decided it's Sosuke. Learning that he had some occupational hazards will hardly convince the jury otherwise. My client's the one standing accused, and everyone already knows why Blue Bloods and Icarios would want to kill each other.
Do you?
They're rival gangs. They hate each other.
Do you know why?
Hmm.
That's the same reason all the Blue Blood leadership is ancient, while their muscles made up of orphans and delinquents. 30 years ago, the Icaria betrayed their peace with the Blue Bloods, started killing them, and they didn't stop for days. At the end of it, every single member of the leading Blue Blood families under the age of 40 was dead.
Well, I can see other kids would grow up to hate the Icaria, yeah.
You're not getting it, Tiger. Their kids didn't grow up at all.
If that's the case, how are the Blue Bloods still around?
For one thing, the Icaria had bigger fish to fry. This is right before the Red Decade. They spent every second of the next 10 years positioning themselves so they can come out at the other end as nobility. Second, what remained of the Blue Bloods found a new niche to fill. Taking delinquents furious at a country's driven off by cliffs by adults before they could even get a chance to vote. Blue Bloods swelled their ranks to new heights by looking out for the little guys during those years, in exchange for favors down the line. Lastly, and most importantly, they survived because they still had hope.
Are you serious?
I am. It's a powerful weapon.
Hope for what?
Hope that the Icaria had missed one. That they fled the country. Hope that a promised heir would grow strong and return one day. A triumphant little lord with overflowing riches and overwhelming power.
Sounds like a fairy tale.
Those endure for a reason. Well, now you know. A warning to watch where you step isn't exactly worth much if you're bumbling around in the dark.
Is Morgan's acquaintance a blue blood? Are you referring to... Oh, are you referring to Diamani?
I don't
know.
No.
Diamani,
I don't think so.
Diamani comes from some sort of money, he said, right? But we don't know the details of that.
Yeah, he said his family was like old or new money, but also
New money.
every blue blood member we've like seen of some amount of importance has had like the same tattoo on them between Han and Creek.
Well,
Yeah.
the story right there, right, is yeah, a runaway type thing who got away.
Yeah.
Fairy tales and warnings.
What's up? I think you talk about Red Hood at the very least, because that's not like
Huntsman
it's
is like Huntsman's the thing where it's like that's a specific one. Red Hood, meanwhile, is like that's one that's been talked about. Hey, you ever pay any attention to any of this graffiti down here? Scrawling is about Lobo and the cyberpunk end.
HBK increasingly.
I haven't seen that myself. I was gonna say Red Hood.
What are you asking? You feel a chill down your spine? Except for HBK, that's all old news. Ghost stories and campfire tales.
There are a lot of campsites around here.
Lots of places to start fires. But Red Hood, haven't heard that in who knows how long. It's one of the oldest. Rough story.
It's based on the real events.
Nothing worth recounting.
I'll take your word for it. Hey, did you or your pals in OC ever hear about some kind of blue blood hunter?
Like a bounty hunter?
Or huntsman, maybe?
Where'd you hear that?
Sosuke thinks he might have overheard talk of something like that while he was in captivity. Does it mean anything?
Nope.
I don't like the hesitation there, detective.
Just an urban legend.
I would have said the same thing about Unlisted before this afternoon, and yet...
Fair enough. If you see a huntsman and you live to tell the tale, I'll buy you as many lotto tickets as you want. But what's gotten into you that you're feeling all superstitious? Guilty conscience?
You mean about working with the Mafia? A psychologist would call that projecting.
Ouch.
Too far?
Didn't feel a thing.
I don't know why I asked, really. Guess I've just had an odd feeling all day.
Like deja vu? You been here before?
No, I hate that feeling. It's whatever the opposite of that would be.
The unnerving certainty that you're in uncharted waters. Scary stuff. What?
Who the fuck is London?
sex
Who the
man.
fuck is London? Who the fuck is London?
We'll find out soon later.
Holy fucking shit. Who the hell is London?
You fascinate me, man.
I have a crack theory. I have a crack theory that I know won't sound that out of place. Does anyone want to guess what that crack theory is?
What?
What is your theory?
Is London the huntsman?
Mr. Hunter, hunt me a man.
Is London being the huntsman? I'm like, you are becoming increasingly more interesting and knowing far more than you let on.
Fascinate me, man.
Holy shit, the way that this man suddenly just like shot up, skyrocketed in holy fucking shit.
Super
only-
necessary.
My only data point against you is that Creek did specifically say they were calling someone in from overseas.
They were calling in someone from overseas. Yes, that is
Whatever
true.
that means. Because have you noticed we've never named where we are?
Yeah,
we
we
get
not,
shit like
We've not applied
the
names to
Eastern
it.
Division of
We
a
get
company
this
in
country,
area.
we get like this city, this country, etc.
But I think
Yeah,
that
I think-
also works incredibly well in the favor of the game, right? Like,
For
we're
sure,
not
for sure. I
dropping
mean-
too many proper nouns.
Right, and it's the same thing in like Ace Attorney, where we're like we say California, but that's only ever been said in like outside of game sources. In game,
This
they never
is-
say where they are once.
Yeah.
Japanifornia is real in our hearts.
Japanifornia is real. It is implied that it's Northern Hemisphere medium, but
Mm,
like
mm.
minimum
I would-
rather, but that's about it.
While I was rewatching some of the first case for like reminding myself of things when someone at one point says that we're coastal
Mm, mm.
and
Yeah, we are coastal.
and
and
Young
that the
does
tides are
say that
rising.
she's like head of the eastern branch, so we're somewhere on the eastern side of the country. That's about all I could tell you. We're coastal and we're eastern.
It's
Like-
New York, baby.
Welcome to New York City.
Yeah, I've kind of been in the mood of like, this feels like New York, but oh, man, this case, this feels like it's going to be even longer than episode 1 at this rate, right? The way that we're really slow burning this. We have fucking nothing. We have so little to work with currently. But I mean, like, next stream is definitely probably going to be trial time, at least like the beginning part of the trial, because the trial is tomorrow. Oh my god, this London fascinates me. Holy shit! Like, he was already a man like that had some interesting things about him, but this fucking these last few scenes with him, it's like, who the fuck are you? What the hell is going on with you?
I know, right?
we-
God damn.
this is really cool.
What happened to that fucking knife, man?
I mean, like,
Who came in here?
it's either the huntsman or the kid has it, right? Like, those are the only two potential suspects.
I think there is a third party that we don't know of just yet, and I don't think it's the huntsman because I think it's too early to do that, and I feel like the huntsman is going to be a next episode type of shit.
Ooh, that's true. That's true. That would make sense actually if they kept on to that. And also,
Alternatively, they're setting up in advance regarding that serial arsonist for next episode. In which case, motherfucker, you're doing fairy tales as cases again. Don't think I didn't pick up that Sarah was a Pinocchio shithead.
that's true. And also, like, yeah, huh?
Call me crazy. I don't like that we haven't talked a lot about this guy's our victim's partner, the other cop who caught Sasuke. I don't like that we haven't.
1
I don't like
million
that. Don't like that we haven't talked about him much.
That
don't
we
like
haven't-
that he's
That
come
Rogers
up,
just
like-
Shown
hasn't,
up at all.
Yeah, that we not ran into him at all yet. Yeah.
I mean,
I'll continue actually.
I don't. It's not so much that we haven't seen him yet, because like we're still early on in investigation. But it's the fact that like his name came up like once,
And
then we just sort of haven't talked about him again.
Yeah.
I feel
It's
like
gonna
that
be
should be
in the
something we
trial.
should be.
He's probably going to come up. He'll probably come up in the trial. Yeah, I imagine that's probably going to be where we encounter him.
On the subject of like things that #I'd be noticing, so our guy, I forgot, Tariq, I believe, got stabbed in the back, right?
Chopin.
Tariq
Yeah.
Chopin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chopin, whatever.
Yeah,
Chopin,
Chopin.
I think. Why the fuck was the sword like chipped at the end, embedded in the floor if you got stabbed in the back, theoretically standing up?
Remember, we dragged it across the floor.
No. The
No,
sword
no,
in his
no.
body. Why was it embedded in the floor after he fell down?
Yeah, because if he
mhm,
fell, it wouldn't have enough force to.
I
Also,
think
why did he fall
he's
face
been
first?
dead.
Like, I'm trying to
I think
imagine
he's
where he
been
was.
dead.
Like, okay, so he's standing in front of that desk, right? So he
Yeah.
was probably looking at something on the desk, maybe.
He was
when
possibly
got
looking at
stabbed?
those papers. He was possibly looking
But
at.
if you
well, no,
fell
they were.
forward while you were standing right there, wouldn't you not just hit the desk?
Yeah. And then he'd be in a completely different position, not like kind of. I think he was killed beforehand and set up specifically to destroy those specific documents.
And the sword was just drove into him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
and then the sword was driven into him in post to hide whatever the actual injury was, which I'm under the impression is likely a gunshot.
Potentially, but that would show up in forensics. Well, unless you stabbed, I
No,
suppose, in the
not
same
unless you stab
in the
sword
same
in
exact
same
place.
location.
Yeah.
Which,
And they did
again,
say
could be
that like
correct.
the wound was like ragged, like someone had jiggled the sword around it.
Right.
If you were trying to disguise a
Possibly
bullet
to,
wound
like,
as a
disguise
stab
it.
wound, just absolutely destroying the entry rune.
That
would
is
do
kind of a
it.
crackpot theory because we don't 100% know that there is another like weapon on scene, but we also don't know who else it could have been.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely think that the guy had been dead when the sword
Sword was
like,
put in
directly
him.
driven
Yeah.
into him.
Yeah.
hmm
This is also, I'm adding on to this theory as well. Because I'm not sure this is still accurate anymore, but most police use hollow point rounds in their guns, which hollow point is designed to splinter upon entry, because hollow point has soft tips to them, and versus a regular cartridge.
Interesting.
And a regular cartridge would exit cleanly. A hollow point would stay within the body.
Things to consider for sure. I also want to get a read on his partner and what the deal with him is in
Right.
particular,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think it's cops killing cops, but I think that's a non-zero chance.
Rogers is
Like, something to
there's
consider.
something weird with Rogers because like the window does not make sense for Chopin to have ended up the way he did unless there was a period of time where Rogers was not in the room, right? Like
That was like a weird ass window.
there's a
too.
really weird window there's an incredibly weird window because Chopin was definitely either Chopin was looking at those papers or they were pushed underneath the body, but it does seem to suggest that he was possibly looking at the papers when he was killed or was framed that way. I love that there's so many immediate questions because even in case one, like we already had like we could put together a decent picture of the way that David died and everything, right? We had a decent amount of information to go off of. Oh my goodness, there are so many question marks in this case, and it's really cool that it's that way.
Mhm.
Like we have kind of a decent timeline, but of like possibly what happened, but there's so many question marks and big windows of where things happens. But yeah, I do agree that Huntsman feels very much cliffhanger type food for sure. A cliffhanger due to everything, and like we also have the whole question of why the hell does Morgan want that mask? I mean, obviously to do her things probably easier, but that's still like not perfect and everything. And oh, boy, the way that this is a really cool case so far. I'm just absolutely fascinated by how this team is able to just do different acts and everything. Truly an activist of pure injustice, then he may have been stunned by the corruption. That is true, because those papers were definitely involved with things that his fathers were involved in, right? Like it was directly related to the whole pillars and everything. So he may have been reading that. It's just a question of whoever the hell the third party was, because we know somebody had to have left through that window or potentially framed it that way that that somebody left through the window. God fucking damn. Really cool case so far, especially just being in such a different overall flow from the first case. Yeah, goddamn. Absolutely loving this. Well, let's figure out who we're gonna raid.
Oof. A lot of good things to consider.
A lot of good things to consider.
Much to think about.
Enjoy VOD watchers when this is up tomorrow afternoon. Enjoy VOD watchers. God damn. Yeah. Fucking love this. You don't have D&D next week. We'll see if we're like feeling a game. Most likely probably do this next week, but you know, we'll see if needed.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because my D&D game got canceled today, so
Hit
they're probably
me.
going to push it back a week. So I'm probably going to have D&D next week.
We'll play it by ear per usual, right? We'll play it by ear.
Yeah, I mean, like I said last week when I thought I had D&D today, I probably still could do both. You're
But
just
it
going
would
to
just
have to
be-
forgive
yeah.
me if my voices are a little less strong than
Mhm,
usual.
mhm, mhm.
That is
We
fine.
should. Yeah, we'll have to consider it because next time is theoretically going to be trial. First day of trial rather. So
Yeah.
we gotta be.
Well-
Wait.
It's pretty low key, and the adjutant's pretty. I could do that. Fine, I think.
True, Adjutant's like an easy comfort for spot for you, and Emma is just, you know, Emma. Emma be vibing.
Always be
Emma
vibing.
B, Emma B.
Emma be absolutely vibing. You know what? Let's go raid Fogpile. They're doing some Kirby Air Riders. But all right, fucking hell, I'm loving this so much. I'll be live tomorrow in less than 12 hours with some Necess. Otherwise, Limbus Company will be on Thursday, and God, I'm so fucking happy to be doing not one but two voiceover playthroughs at the moment. It's really fucking fun. This is also just fun because like swapping from Ace Attorney, now none of us know what the fuck's going on. We all get to like theorize and shit, which is so fun to do.
Yeah, Ace Attorney is like, how do I describe it? It's pretty fun, but it's very straightforward for the most part, unless the silly happens. Of the devil, you're thinking, baby.
There's a lot of
genuinely
there is
thinking.
a lot of extreme thinking, like, and they're also like very much trusting you to like they're putting it in your hands, like, no, think this shit out, right?
Oh my god, we're rating fog piles. Sorry, I love
Yeah.
this person's soda like a lot.
Yeah, their Sona's so cool. But yeah, I do very much love how much they trust the player to really apply the media literacy. Also, I've been told that I do actually need to turn tutorials on. I need to remember. Someone remind me if I forget to, if I do not have not done that for next stream, because I'll absolutely have needed to do it for next stream.
I'll probably remind you, but
Why don't you do it right now?
I'll do it right now. As we read out. All right. Night, everyone. Thank you so much.
Good
God, I'm
night,
loving
chat.
this. So
We'll
happy
see
to be
you
playing
next
this.
time.
Farewell.
See you again. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.